Wake up, honey. It's time for your 11 a.m. jump scare. Hello, hello, hello.
Welcome back.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Hello, friends. Today is a very, very special day. Today is the day that I get to introduce you to my latest project, a role-playing game inspired by one of my favorite video game franchises. But first, we ought to have a nice little chat. Hello! Hello, everybody! Hello, everybody! Hello! The name is Maxi, pronouns are they, them, and welcome to my show. Hello, hello, hello!
Welcome, welcome.
Welcome back.
So, today is a very, very special day. Poggy, I know! Everybody get ready to pog! I have a special little, very tropical, thank you, thank you, thank you. You don't even know, okay? Like look at what I prepared so we could like roll dice in a nice and cool way, you know? The vibes are so good. Thank you, thank you. Let me clear that. Yeah, definitely don't roll like 100 dice at once, by the way. Yeah, there you go. The browser was like, how do I do this? Anyways, we'll probably be rolling like 3 on average. So, hello. Yo, hell yeah, Dale. How's everybody doing today? We have a very, very exciting stream ahead of us. I'm a little nervous. I'm honestly a little bit nervous. This is what happens every time. Oh my god, Dallas, I completely get you. This is better now. Aw, baby. Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. I completely get Dallas had a lot of feelings about gender presentation and literal heat. Yeah, yeah. The things are getting hot all over the world. I personally, I cannot function when it's hot. Heat completely removes any like ability for me to work, so that's why I stream before he gets hot. Cries in heat wave. I know, Ronnie. I know. It's not fair. It's not fair. Also, can you believe it's already Thursday, by the way? Like, maybe not for you. Maybe you're like, yeah, thank God it's Thursday. But for me, I'm like, it still feels like it's Tuesday. I told you last week for me was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Friday, Tuesday, Tuesday, Tuesday. But tomorrow's the last day of the week. We're gonna be playing Pokemon tomorrow, and we're gonna have a chill stream. As opposed to today. Today is no chill. No chill today. Only fighting the monsters and the hunting of the monsters. Hi, Elijah.
Welcome back.
Welcome. Welcome.
How you doing today, Elijah? We'll be hunting monsters today. Almost Friday, Pog. Yes, yes. I bet people already want to know what's going on over here on this side, but you know what? I'm gonna have to ask you all to just wait a minute, let some people trickle in, and then I can start talking about, oh no, I can't show you that yet. You're not supposed to see that. You're not supposed to see the monsters yet. So, crap, should I explain what a Monster Hunter is? Jesus. Monster Hunter. What, just Monster Hunter? They just press Monster Hunter into the chat? Jesus Christ. Well, how do I even explain this? Monster Hunter is a long-running video game franchise by Capcom. The first game came out in 2004, I believe, and I played that game on release. I played online on my PS2. I had the thin PS2 that already had the Ethernet cable connection thingy. I never had a fat PS2. I kind of regret it though, because like the thin PS2 is way too thin. I don't know how they fit the whole PS2 in that little like... It's like thinner than a sandwich. It's so weird. You know, I have had peanut butter and jelly sandwiches that were thicker than my PS2 Slim. But nonetheless, in this video game series, you play as a hunter. Maxi, don't body shame the PS2. I'm not body shaming. I'm not body shaming. I'm just saying. There's something about the PS2 Slim that just looks like it looks fragile. I don't like it. Yo, hot dogs on sandwich bread? What is this? What is this? A sausage sizzle? Nomia messaged me, by the way. Nomia was like, by the way, sorry I wasn't on stream. I wanted to sleep in. And I'm like, friendo, you're okay. Don't worry about it. Also, hi, Siska. Hello.
Welcome back.
Welcome. Welcome.
Yeah. I like that it was dainty, says Moontomes. That's fair. The big one looked like a brick, yeah. You do esoteric combos with berserk scale weapons into dinosaurs. That's one way to describe Monster Hunter. So, the Monster Hunter... Yo, Siska says, today I bring you the compressed souls of the irredeemable. Hands you 2 small black coins. Yo! Yo! Hell yeah! Yo, I can't wait to find the in-game store where I can redeem these tokens. Tomorrow, who knows? Honestly, I like that Siska comes in with loot, you know? Siska is like the mystery gift of the stream, you know? You connect to the internet, and then like Siska is like, alright, here's your gift for the day. And it's just like one disgruntled duck. And I'm like, you know, what am I supposed to do with this duck? And the answer is, you know, it's a key item. You have to unlock all the prerequisites to unlock the duck quest. We all know this. We all know this. We all have done the duck quest. It's true. Nonetheless, Monster Hunter. Cherish the duck. For a hot second, I thought Siska says disgruntled duck, and then the rest of that I thought was a real word in German. Hold the duck like a cheeseburger. Oh my god. Holding a duck with holding a duck with no honey mustard. Holding a duck with no honey mustard. I'm sorry. It looks like a German. It's Swedish, Maxi. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Apologies to all the Swedish out there. So Monster Hunter is known. Oh, you can see my mouse actually. You can see my my Maple Story mouse cursor. So Monster Hunter has a gameplay loop in it. You fight monsters. You develop gear based on those monsters. Hi, Lord Peas.
Welcome back.
Welcome.
I see you changed your icon. Hello, hello. You fight monsters. You make gear from those monsters. You prepare for a hunt, and you repeat that cycle over and over again. That song was not supposed to play. There we go. It's just rad. It was just rad, by the way. So sorry, I was playing this song for my likes on. I hope I don't get copyright claim just for that one clip. Seems unlikely. I forgot to put it on loop. Whoops. It just starts playing my like. That song is a bop. That song is a bop, but it makes me depressed. But you're like, Max, if it makes you depressed, why is it on your like liked songs? Well, sometimes you need a song when you feel bad. This is I was freaking out. I thought it was my music. I'm sorry, Lamau. I know. All right, technical difficulty counter goes up to 1. Musky Man song. Yeah, okay, yeah. I mean, I would say I think it's more than just Musky Man, but nonetheless. Oh my God, Seku. So, before I get sued by anybody, I do want to make it clear that this role-playing game is not an official Monster Hunter product. It won't be an official Monster Hunter product at any point. I will be creating my own setting, and I will be giving it its own particular name. For the moment, I am using some elements of Monster Hunter, the franchise, just to guide the design process, but other than that, this will be completely independent. Also, this game is also a hack of my favorite role-playing game of all time, Iron Sworn. You will be recognizing a few things here, by the way. Yo. If Capcom wants me to make the official Monster Hunter role-playing game, I'm here for it. I am legitimately ready. Yo, please let me make Great Jagras the punching bag it's always been meant to be. So, this game is based on Iron Sworn. Iron Sworn in the chat will tell you more about it. It's a game by Sean Tompkin. It's a great free RPG that you can play solo. So, because this game is built on the pillars of Iron Sworn, this game, of course, can be played completely solo or with friends. You don't need a DM to play this game. You don't need a GM. You can play it entirely by yourself. The systems of this game guide you through the gameplay loop. The gameplay loop, of course, of fighting monsters, making stuff from their stuffs, and preparing for the next quest, and repeating that cycle forever. I have plans for adding things like exploration, plans for story quests or quest lines, but at this moment, no need for DMs, I know. Oh my God, Dallas, how dare you? Dallas, that is a reference to the Dark Souls RPG, isn't it? Yeah, absolutely despise that. Especially because there's already a Dark Souls RPG in Japan. They could have translated that, but they were like, no, make it in D&D 5th edition. And I'm like, no, I don't care. We have D&D 5th edition at home. I am making something new here. So, I do want to, I want to have my preamble, by the way. Anyone who's familiar with Iron Sworn, I want to say 2 things. First and foremost, this role-playing game is being playtested right now today, live before your eyes. Things are not finalized in any way, shape, or form. This is the first playtest. I wanted to playtest before, but my life turned upside down in the last 24 hours, so we're doing this live, baby! I said 2 things. That was a lie. It was 3 things. Thing number 1, this is a playtest. Thing number 2, this game is not being designed so that it can neatly fit back into Iron Sworn. If you look at this hack and you're like, how can I put this back into Iron Sworn? This is not meant for that. If I could neatly make it work with Iron Sworn, I wouldn't need to hack it. I would just make an add-on or something like that. This will not be directly compatible with Iron Sworn. This is its own thing, just like Iron Valley. The third point, this game is not attempting to be a one-to-one recreation of Monster Hunter. There are Monster Hunter things I am not gonna care about, I'm not gonna do, because some of those things work for a video game. Not so much for a tabletop role-playing game. When you have a computer that can roll all the dice for you, you can have millions of parameters, but when it's just you playing, when it's just you playing with yourself, sorry. When it's just you playing with dice and some sheets of paper, I try to minimize the number of dice you roll to make gameplay fast and smooth. And speaking about the pillars of this game, of course, the main focus of this game. Oh no, I'm being squeezed. I'm being squeezed with love. Wow. And stop playing with yourself, life. Yeah, the wet your stone move has been deconfirmed. Yes. The whetstone might show up as an item you can use in battle, but you do not have to wet your stone. Absolutely not. So, what are the pillars of this game? What are the features that I can offer you right now that will be shipping with the beta version once I finish it? By the way, the deadline for me to release this game is the middle of next month. So this is gonna be happening relatively quickly. I am expecting the base set, the beta version of this game, to release with a handful of weapons that you can use. Instead of character classes, you have weapons, by the way. Crap, I didn't write down the mechanics for the hammer. Crap. Oh well. You know what? We'll do that live. It's fine. Some pre-made monsters, and I will be updating it over the course of more time. So that way I don't have to make all the weapons work from the beginning. I can make them work later. I've always been of the mentality of release the thing and then make it better later, as opposed to wait until it's absolutely perfect and release it. Also known as don't release it at all, ever. Lord Peace's luck for today is, I showed you my book, please respond. That's a good quote. Yeah, Dale is always playing the card games, but it's Maxi that goes fast. It's me. It's C. Dale, your fortune for today is 42. The way this happens, you begin with the tip. Excuse me? Excuse me? Alright, so, what are the pillars of this game? So, this game will give you the ability to randomly generate monsters. Monsters that have unique appearance and traits. Monsters that have unique stats that represent how they fight, and a random table that tells you how they behave in battle. You should leave helpful cute pets as a stretch goal. Yeah, for sure. Again, people were like, what about palicos? Will there be palicos in this game? And I'm like, I haven't even thought about palicos. We can probably figure something out later. Again, the base we're working on today is the combat. We're gonna jump in right in the middle of our character doing some combat. We'll have some narrative stuffs, of course. But I'm here to test the combat, and I'll explain that later. So, this game will give you the ability to create monsters. This game will also give you gear progression. You will make gear from weaker monsters, and then that will allow you to fight stronger monsters. There is gear progression in this game. I figured out a way to make gear progression not a pain in the ass to figure out mathematically. So, once again, the three pillars of this game are Metal Gear. Metal Gear. Sorry. Voice stems. I say they played us, you say like a damn fiddle. They played us like a damn fiddle. Okay, thank you. So, monsters, monster generation, gear progression, and weapons. Instead of having a character class that you pick, you instead have a weapon. This weapon modifies the mechanics of combat. Why are we still here? Just to suffer? Alright, now where the hell is my notebook? Alright, I forgot to write the rules for hammer, by the way. Let me see if I can find them real quick. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, I'm gonna literally just write this literally in the hammer entry real quick. Rules. This is not the way it's supposed to be, but you know what? It's fine. Consume one hit to apply one stun. To apply one stun token on monster. At 3 stun tokens, the monster is toppled, and you get to make another Hunter move. All hits are doubled. Oh no! Before rolling, double the number of dice. There you go. That's what it is. The War of the Gears. It's true. That Metal Gear might be some Top Gear. How dare you all? How absolutely dare you? And that's it. After this, okay, yeah. After this, remove all stun tokens, and what? And then the monster strikes. There you go. That's what it is. Okay, got it. I forgot to write the rules for the hammer. So different weapons change the flow of battle differently. The hammer is all about stunning the monster. I am a graduate of Bonk Academy, Bonk U, University of California, Bonk University. Yes, that is University of California, UCBU. University of California, Bonking University. I am a graduate. I was actually valedictorian of my class. I know the bonking life. So I feel properly equipped to translate the mechanics of the hammer into literally these 3 sentences. So we will be talking more about that in a moment in the rules of combat. We will be getting there very, very shortly. As you know, if you've seen my previous designs for Ironsworn, I am the kind of person, I have come to realize that the way that I make games is by making radical dramatic changes to systems. I have been wanting to make Monster Hunter the role-playing game ever since I found Ironsworn. In what, 4 years ago? 2019? I'm pretty sure as soon as I found Ironsworn, I was like, how can I make this Monster Hunter? And I spent about a month trying to make it work, and then I gave up because it was too much work. This idea has been kicking around in the back of my mind since then, and today is the day I get to show the culmination of my return to form, making Monster Hunter happen as a role-playing game. So once again, this will be different from Ironsworn. I have, much like I ripped out mechanics and injected my own for Iron Valley, I had to do that for this monster hunting RPG. I were to talk about the design aspects of this game. The biggest aspect was creating a gear progression system. Anyone who has played Ironsworn can agree that the biggest difference with fighting harder monsters is that it takes longer to do so. And I am not particularly interested in that. As a fan of the Monster Hunter series, a hunt in Monster Hunter can take anything from 5 to 15 minutes. Especially the games following Generation 5, which were made in the design of the Monster Hunter portable games, which were more about the hunts than the survival elements of the previous games. I think Monster Hunter is about fighting monsters, making stuff out of their stuffs, and repeating that cycle. There's a preparation moment, of course, where you prepare with different gear and whatevers, but other than that, it is constantly fighting bosses. Now, anyone who has been watching me for a long time knows that I despise combat in tabletop role-playing games. So the fact that I've gone out of my way to make a tabletop role-playing system based entirely around combat should tell you that this is not gonna be something that you're used to. This is gonna be a little bit different. So, what is combat gonna be like in this game? My goal for combat in this game is twofold. I want combat in this game to be quick. You either fall quick as hell, or the monster falls quick as hell. I have no interest in making fights drag on for an hour. I have no interest in making fights drag on for 30 minutes. Combat in this game is fast, and it is also narrative. You have the chance to describe what your character does, and this has a meaningful effect on the actual story. It isn't just, I swing my sword, the monster swings their sword, you're like, Max, a monster can't have a sword. No, Glavinus from Generations will actually like to disagree with you. You know? Sure, I'm a giant T-Rex, but also my tail is a sword. And I sharpen it with my fangs. Don't ask how that works. It's fine, it just works. Everybody loves Glavy. You know, you gotta have nicknames for the monsters, by the way. You know, Glavinus, Glavy, anyways. So, combat that's flavorful and fast. So, with all of that preamble out of the way, I think we're just gonna dive in, honestly. I would like to request that if you have questions as to how the systems work, I would like to, I mean, you're free to ask. It might break the flow of the playtest, but you know what? That's perfectly fine. I welcome any and all feedback. It is time to hunt. Adela says, I presume that nearly all outcomes... let me just read your comment, like, clearly. Dallas says, I presume that nearly all outcomes are thus going to change the combat state regardless of outcome. Let's just say that there is no move that just goes to nothing happens. There are... Yeah, no, that's actually, yeah. You know, sometimes you just nail it on the first try. there is no like roll to hit. There isn't like, oh, like you're like the monster misses, you miss, the monster misses, you miss. That kind of stuff is not interesting to me. There's a chance for the player to miss, but it always loops back to the monster taking initiative. Anyways, I'm gonna explain that more in a second. Basically, this game doesn't have initiative. It isn't just like you go, the monster goes. The moves, depending on how you perform in the moves, either you get to keep acting, aka you have the advantage, you have the initiative, or the monster gets to make a move. The monsters basically have a little AI that you decide with dice that is weighted towards certain outcomes. So for instance, a monster that has a high edge value is more likely to use edge versus their lowest stat, but still there's a chance that that happens, and I kind of like that. I like the idea that sometimes some monsters have moves that are not as effective, and I like that. Now, one of the big design elements in Monster Hunter that I really like is that the monsters are not evil. The monsters are just another cog in the machine of nature. They are not inherently evil. They are simply just monsters that are wandering near human territory or harming humans because that's what animals do. They fight over resources, and that's okay. So I felt that it was pivotal that monsters and hunters were on the same level. So just like hunters have the 5 attributes of Ironsworn: Edge, Iron, Heart, Shadow, and Wits, the monsters also have these attributes as well, though the numbers mean something else entirely for them. Kirin says, except Fatalis, that mofo is evil. Yeah, Fatalis is the only monster in Monster Hunter that is actually evil and wants to kill all of humanity. But again, Fatalis is kind of the exception. Fatalis is the exception that proves the rule, honestly. And again, I talked about this before, but I was a big fan of Nergigante in World, where he starts out being a really antagonistical force, but once you get to know why he does what he does, you're like, oh, Nergi is just like a part of the ecosystem, and I kind of love that. I absolutely love realizing that this creature that that was basically like getting in your way and being very, very intimidating turns out to just be another part of the ecosystem, and I love that. I absolutely love that. So, as part of setting up this game, much like in Ironsworn, you will pick from a series of options. Ah, thank you, Dallas. Dallas says, that is an interesting symmetry I haven't seen in my admittedly limited knowledge of Ironsworn hacks. Yeah, thank you, thank you. I've been doing a lot of, like, high design aspects, mostly just to make things consistent, you know, like, you will be using more than the regular D6 plus D10 kind of rolls here. Not to really get into, like, the weeds of stuff, but, like, you know, for instance, you know, the D6 is known as the Hunter die. Only the Hunter rolls D6s. And to represent that the monsters are a lot more powerful than humans, they roll D12s for their schemes, which is what their moves are called. So I like the idea that, like, you know, even though they're on equal terrain, a monster is about twice the size of a human. So that kind of that just made sense to me. There's a lot of, like, high, like, design elements like that. I just want it to be very consistent. But, you know, again, nothing here is locked in stone. Nothing here is, you know, carved in stone. So those scheming monsters, they do be scheming, though. They do be scheming. So let's introduce the character for today. By the way, in case you're wondering, the P crew that I used to make the avatars that you see on screen is this one. It is, I believe it's called the Ultimate Friends Face Maker. That is the picker that I use for Maxima and the character who will be our handler, who I made down here. So Maxima is the name of our protagonist. Maxima, they are new to hunting and hide this under a mask of being a goof. They have a secret mission from the Alliance to find out what's going on in this small town that we're going to. So Maxima, I'm gonna say they're average height and build. They have longish brown hair that they keep tied up. They have a scar across their face, much like many hunters do. Now, what is a hunter in this setting? A hunter is a specialized profession where a person is trained in wielding large, powerful weapons capable of standing toe-to-toe against the monsters of the wilderness. I must make it very clear that although this world, although humans being small surrounded by predators could make the setting be incredibly depressing and dark. It doesn't have to be. As part of setting up the game, you get to choose what the tone of the campaign is, and the default tone is kind of playful and energetic, kind of like an anime. In the version we'll be playing today, violence is going to be like toned down to a minimum. We're not going to be chopping off monsters' heads or anything. This is really more about embracing the high energy attitude of Monster Hunter. You know, goofy things happen. You get to do larger than life things, and I kind of like that. I kind of like that for our character. So we're relatively young. We have been trained in hunting monsters, and the Alliance, the organization that trains hunters, has sent us out to a small town to help them with their problems. Hunters are sent out into various locations because since humans are living in small little pockets around the wilderness, they don't necessarily have a hunter to help them take care of problems. That's why there's a lot of ruins all over the wilderness, settlements where humans, you know, put up shop and shortly had to retreat back to the edges of the wilderness where they were safer because monsters usually tend to get in the way. So, Maximus pronouns are they them, by the way. They have like brownish skin and they do have a scar across their face. Their weapon of choice is, of course, the hammer. I will be explaining what these things do in time. But let's just say that the way that we manage gear in this game is that you have a weapon and the armor that you're wearing. Your armor is one piece. You don't have to make gauntlets and like waist piece and legs. It's all one thing. Both weapons and armor have a rating that tells you how rare or well-made it is. You start out with the most basic of gear. We start with an iron hammer that has a 5 rating, and leather armor that has a rating of 5 as well. Our leather armor is resistant to the element of fire, which means that we get a benefit when rolling against fire attacks. And no skills. You will be able to put skills in your weapons, but we'll talk about that when we get to crafting. As for the hammer, our beginner hammer has no affinity, so it has no element that it strikes with, and it has a basic style. Weapons and armor in this game have styles, which benefit dice rolls in social situations, and some combat situations. If you are dressed up in a, let's say, stealthy style of armor, you might have a benefit towards sneaking around. Stuff like that. So, our character is made out of 5 attributes. Edge, which represents, our hammer has no affinity. As me and my hammer, we praise the Lord. Rathalos plushie. Yes! Oh my god, Siska. Oh my god. So, we have the 5 attributes of Ironsworn. Edge, which is used for speed, agility, accuracy, and ranged attacks, as well as light weapons, such as the dual blades, will most likely use Edge for their attacks. Though, I want to make it very clear, weapons are not tied to specific attributes, so we could use Edge to swing our hammer if we were swinging the hammer in an accurate way, an agile way, or a very fast way. Edge is all about speed and accuracy and agility. Iron is your classic strength. You hit things very hard and you withstand strong hits. Heart plays an interesting role in this game. Heart also serves as a measure of your courage. Normally, heart represents like your compassion or charm, your ability to interact with people and bond with them. In this game, heart also has the ability to represent your courage. So if a monster attacks with heart, they're trying to taunt you to scare you, and you would have to retaliate with heart of your own. You have a Wrathy. There is no Wrathy in this playtest. I have made Kitty and I made 3 monsters. A small/horde monster, a medium monster, and a large monster. We will see how many of them we get through. And yes, we did kind of randomly make these monsters, so they are kind of funky, but that's fine. Shadow is all about being sneaky, or attacking in conniving ways. And Wits is all about your brains. If you use the environment to, attack the enemy or attack in some sort of small way, funky monsters, let's go. Yeah, they're gonna be funky. Then Wits is the way to go, For instance, one example is like, oh, I'm gonna swing my hammer at this tree to make the tree fall down. I would almost believe that's kind of like a Wits move since you're using the environment in your favor. In that case, you would roll Wits. Now, normally, in Ironsworn, the number above your stat represents how much you add to dice rolls. In this game, that is not the case. In this case, the number above your stat is how many d6s you roll for that specific stat. So when we roll iron, we roll 3 dice. Boom. That's actually not that bad. That's actually not that bad. So, additional to this game, we also have stamina. Stamina represents our character's ability to overexert themselves, to push harder, to do things, to push the limits of their human capabilities, and to fight monsters. When stamina hits 0, bad things happen, but not super bad things happen. And you're able to spend stamina of your own to hit harder, though enemies will also target your stamina. Advantage is something else entirely that we will deal with when we get there. So, is there anything else? Hunter gear, by the way, the things that you bring with you into a hunt, as part of a move called Gear Up and Depart, you actually pick what armor, weapon, and items you want to bring with you. Because I don't want to have to do the setup on this playtest, we'll be bringing with us a well-done steak and a flash bomb. I'll explain what those do in a moment. So let's just literally dive in, okay? So so let's begin. And if I ever don't know what to do, I'm gonna be using our Iron Valley tables. That's what we have. So many Iron Valley tables, might as well just literally just use them. And that's it. So I'm gonna just start diving right in. And I will be asking the audience for ideas. So if you want to participate in the creative act of coming up with a story, you're more than welcome to do so. So I envision for this playtest, let's say that I want to jump right into the action. So normally you would go into a quest with a handler, a member of the community you're working for who keeps an eye out for you. As I mentioned yesterday on the stream, if it comes to a point where it looks like the hunter is about to really get hurt, the handler is required to pull them out so that they don't actually fall in battle. Letting a monster roam free, letting a monster, cause mayhem is a small price to pay to keep hunters alive, since hunters are very, very useful people to have, and they take years upon years to train. A handler is very important. At the beginning of the story, we're not going to have our handler because we have been walking the wilderness in search of the small town that we have been tasked to protect. I envision, much like the jungle you see in the background, I'm envisioning a lush jungle of green. The canopy of the trees completely blocks out the sunlight, and yet we're not particularly worried. I envision that we have like our nice backpack full of stuffs, and we're wearing our leather armor for traveling the wilderness, as well as doing some combat along the way. And of course, on our back, we have a huge hammer. It has a really long shaft, because you're meant to hold it with both hands. Shut up, shut the hell up, shut the hell up. Shut up, shut up, shut up, okay, yeah. Okay, but even more impressive than the shaft is actually... It's actually the head of the hammer is actually quite large. It's okay, alright. Okay, alright. Listen, this was not intentional, listen. It's a large hammer. It's an iron hammer, but what about the balls? There is no balls, it's a hammer, okay? Captain Hammer's become a crusader. I'm sorry. So it's a very large hammer. I want you to picture that it is like literally the size of half of our body. Just the head of the hammer is the size of half of our body. It's really, really big. It's really, really big. And we are specialized in swinging this weapon so that the flat of the hammer hits monsters right in the face, stunning them and giving us a chance to go in for big damage. As we are walking around this wilderness, of course, we have spotted little creatures here and there, little birds, little lizards skittering around the jungle floor. They're not particularly troublesome. They leave us alone, but it is actually the larger animals that cause a little bit of trouble. I envision that as we're coming out of the jungle into this larger clearing, I'm picturing like large palm-like trees. And much like in the illustration in the background, there's a nice little like a brook. I imagine like the large pebbles that form the riverbed of this little brook. You can hear it just rushing through. And on the other side of this brook, there is a small group of several monsters. Now, monsters come in various sizes. There is the larger monsters that are about the size of a house, the medium monsters that are about the size of a wagon, and small monsters. Small monsters, do not be mistaken by their name. They may be small, but they're actually about the size of a human being. We are actually familiar with this little brand of monsters because we have fought them before. Hence, we know what they're called. These guys are actually, I can bring up the stats actually literally on the screen. These guys are called Voracities. Boop, boop. They're called Voracities. Don't mind the fact that I misspelled their name, whatever is fine. They're called Voracities. They are a small/horde type of enemy, which means that they are about the size of a human being, but they gather in groups, so that we're fighting more than just one. They're called Voracities. They are about small size. They're a beast species, so they are a mammal that walks around on 4 feet. The monster's personality is reckless. These guys like to just charge into battle and cause trouble. Their main color is brown with an accent of green, so I like to envision them as being kind of like large boars. Large boars with like... It's not that they don't have moss growing on their backs, but it's just like... I picture like bunches of leaves and stuffs get stuck to like their back. Which they use for shading, so they have just like a bunch of leaves on the back. Yes, this is basically a ground grass Pokemon, don't worry about it, okay? 30 to 50 feral dogs is a good start, 20 TTRPG. It's true. In this case, boars. Now, every time you make a monster, you actually give them a trait from a list, and this infers what their main weapon to fight is. Now, these guys have large tusks, which makes complete sense for a bunch of boars. So again, these are about the size of a human being. They have a nice little like brown coat, maybe a little bit matted because these guys are a little bit reckless. Maybe there's like there's mud caked on their hoofs, and there's a bunch of like leaves sticking out of their fur. Again, there's probably there is I don't know, 2d6 indiscriminate number of boars hanging out by this brook, and they have just noticed us. Now, the first thing before we go into battle, we gotta figure out what the monster's rank is. So here's the dealio. Monsters have a base rank, which you modify with a dice roll, meaning that sometimes monsters will be stronger than you're used to, even if you fight the same monster twice. So let's see, how powerful is... This is a 5er. Oh, what? Holy crap! That's actually a 1 in 6 chance to get that. You're like, yeah, Max, that's usually what it means. But shut up, okay? This will make sense in a second. That's so funny. That is so funny that we got the 1 in 6 chance. Okay, so these Voracities have a rating of 5. Hi, Joestar.
Welcome back.
Welcome.
They have a power rating of 5, which is great. I'm gonna just put it here for now. And this is actually really, really important, but we'll get there in a minute. So now let me go bring up the moves and go over to the fighting moves. So. Enter combat! None of this is final, by the way. I just literally went ahead and just made these so I would have moves. If the narrative says you have a chance to strike, make a hunter move. Otherwise, you're spotted and the monster strikes. So, considering the narrative, we were not sneaking about. We were not, we didn't do a roll to see if we were being sneaky. We walked up into this clearing and we spotted the boar. The boar spotted us. Clearly the monsters have the initiative. So, monster strikes. You first roll to see what the monster's scheme is. If you look on the screen right now, the scheme tells you which dice roll marks each particular attribute. So for instance, let me just scroll up so you can see it on the other screen as well. So, Voracity on a 1 to 4 on a d12, by the way. They attack with Edge. On a 5 to 7, they attack with Iron. On an 8 to 9, Heart. 10 to 11, Shadow. And on a 12, Wits. Wits is their least likely move to make. No worries, Kitty. Welcome back. So, Wits is the least likely move. Is their least likely scheme. So they're least likely to attack with Wits. But there's still a possibility that they do. So I'm gonna roll a d12 real quick. Clear that. D12, roll it. So what are the boars gonna attack us with? 2, they're attacking with Edge. These boars are fast. These are some fast little boars. So let me go back to the move monster attacks. So yeah, the monster is coming at us with Edge. So let's envision what that looks like for a second. So I'm picturing that, again, they're on the other side of the brook, and as soon as, like, we walk out of the clearing, I'm gonna do the classic, we step on a branch and all of the boars look up, like their snouts are like dripping wet with water because they were all sipping on water because they're just so tired of running all over the place. We see that their giant tusks that they use to fight and to gore their enemies are like dripping wet with the water. And these large boars, again, like brown with like leaves poking out of their fur, matted fur, all of them with their little dot black eyes look at us and immediately charge towards us. We don't have a lot of time to react, so we have to reply to the monster's attack with their own attribute. So if the monster is being fast, we have to be faster. In the text, I want to write these to be like, the monster's coming at you with speed, prove that you're faster than the monster. So we have to roll with edge. So our edge is actually 1. Our edge sucks butt, and that's okay. So, let me explain. I'm gonna explain now what this bar over here means. Because you may notice, Max, we have stamina, but where is our health? Where is the monster's health, Max? How do we know when the battle is over? Well, first and foremost, there is nothing more antithetical to Monster Hunter than the monsters having a health bar above their head. Instead, we have a progress tracker. Look, it's the thing you're all used to. That's not 10. Whatever, it's fine. Don't worry about it, okay? Wait, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, this is supposed to be a 9. Whatever, it's fine. Don't worry about it, okay? So, there's a progress tracker. Very similar to Iron Storm, but retooled in a different way. Every time you score a hit against the monster, you mark progress on this little tracker over here, and you're able to call the quest off at various points. For instance, you're able to simply repel the monster, like in Monster Hunter. You're able to repel the monster. You send it back home licking its wounds, but you get less reward. You can, of course, capture it if you have an item like a trap. You get more rewards, but it's not as good and as complicated as hitting all 10 boxes in this tracker. If you fill up all the boxes, the monster is slain and you get to the biggest amount of loot possible. It's a little bit of a give and take because every time you drop to 0 stamina, you cart once. If you ever cart 3 times, the mission has ended in failure and a handler has to come in and pull your ass out. In this regard, combat is very, very quickly. 3 strikes and you're out. Meanwhile, you have to put in quite a bit of work to get the monster down on its knees. So, once again, the monster is coming at us with edge. The monsters are coming at us really, really quickly. And right now, I get to gather my dice. So, I get 1. The monsters are coming at me with speed. I only have 1 die for speed. And here we have the first impasse of the game, okay? If the monsters hit you, you will lose stamina. But if you lose stamina on your own terms, if you spend stamina to get dice, you have the ability to retain the initiative. So I'm actually going to, I'm gonna spend 2 stamina right away to roll 3 dice. I'm spending 3 stamina to roll 2 stamina to roll 2 additional dice. So that takes me from 1 to 3 dice. Now I have my dice pool, and now this is why I was surprised that we rolled a 5, okay? So, the reason why there is gear progression in this game is because monsters have ratings and so does your equipment. Before rolling dice, you modify the target number. All monsters have all their attributes right here on the screen. And this is not the number of dice the enemy rolls. This is actually the monster's target number. So in the case of Veracity, if we want to defeat them on an edge test, we have to roll higher than 3 and higher. 2 and higher for Iron, 2 and higher for Heart, and higher than 1 for Shadow and Wits. Now, the thing is this, okay? If your gear / weapon is lower ranking than the monster, these numbers increase and decrease if it's the other way around. So that means if you have stronger gear, monsters are easier to fight. But the only way to make stronger gear is to upgrade your gear or fight stronger monsters. So there's always this constant climb upward, much like in a game like Monster Hunter. So the reason why I was laughing is because when rolling this monster, you increase the rank by d6, right? So if it had been 1 through 4, the monster would have been weaker than us. If it had been a 6, the monster would have been stronger. So through the random chance, we happen to get exactly the same monster rank as us. And in the case of a tie, you don't modify the target number at all. So that actually speeds up this combat a lot. So you roll on the monster scheme, you gather your dice. We're gonna roll 3 dice, and we modify the target number. Normally, if the monster is attacking us, we would actually compare it to our leather armor. Our leather armor has a rating of 5. The monster has an attack of 5. We're even. We don't modify the number. You can also spend advantage to do things, but we're not going to talk about advantage just yet. So now, what is the next step? You roll the dice. So we're looking for 3 ups, by the way. We're looking for 3 ups. Let's go. I don't envy you going to the any dice mines to balance this. Oh yeah. I've already done a bunch of the math already. Oh my god, Jesus. Okay, so we were looking for 3 ups. We got 1 hit. So let's talk about the resolution system in this game. In Ironsworn, when you make a move, there is 3 possible outcomes. There is a miss, where you basically fail. Oh my god. Victor says the monster is as strong as me. Pff, that should be easy. Hi, Victor.
Welcome back.
Welcome.
In Ironsworn is miss, weak hit, and strong hit. Because we're using a different dice resolution system, the resolution is instead miss, single hit, and multi-hit. This also makes more sense for Monster Hunter, by the way. Hi, Wolfie.
Welcome back.
Welcome.
So either you miss completely, you hit the monster only once, or you succeed only once, or you succeed more than once. Oh, no worries. Welcome back. So here's the way that it works. The game wants you to roll a lot of dice. The game wants you to commit yourself. Hi, Tseku. Hello.
Welcome.
So in this case, we got 1 number that was higher than 3. So we got a single hit. When doing a single hit against the monster attack, you choose one of 2 options. You can either lose 3 stamina and make a hunter move, or lose 1 stamina, but the monster then strikes again. So here we have immediately a hard choice. We can immediately drop down. Okay, so here's what it means mechanically, okay? Either the monster hits us real bad, but we get to go right after. Meaning that, like, the monster, like, is the monster is tired from hitting us, or we get hit just a little bit. So here's the dealio. We can either get hit a lot and go next, or get hit for a little and let the monster attack again. I don't think I'm gonna let the monster. I'm gonna let the monster go again. I'm gonna let the monster go again. So I'm gonna lose 1 stamina. Now let's envision what happened here, okay? So all the boars charge towards us. By the way, I know the timer went off. I want to finish this trail of thought. The boars come at us, and we do not have a time to draw our weapon. So we literally dodge out of the way, and one of the boars manages to clip us slightly with its tusks. I'm gonna say that the boar actually manages to, like, tear the strap that we used to hold our backpack, so our backpack like falls off of us. And when we regain our footing, we have our weapon out. We've taken a hit, but we are ready to fight now. Of course, the monsters have the upper hand, so I'm gonna get up and stretch, and then we're gonna see what the monsters do next. Yeah, and someone out there may be thinking, Max, you're telling me that there's a possibility that on literally turn 1, you're already at 0 stamina? Yep. Monster hunting is not an easy job. Monster hunting is not an easy job, by the way. Okay, so I'm stretching. If you have been sitting for a while, consider stretching. And drinking some water. Thank you for the redeem earlier, by the way, Dallas. Okay. I still have coffee! Yo, Poggy, I still have coffee! Alright, I'm gonna have my sip of coffee. And again, the moves will be a lot more flavorful in the actual release. How's everyone, asks Wolfie. I'm doing good. I am playtesting my new game. It's kind of scary to, like, explain it out loud, because all these rules have existed in my head for like the last 2 weeks. Yo, Tseku's actually making a sheet for the D&D character. Let's go. Yeah, D&D can be very complex. So let me just make sure the timer is good. Timer is good. Okay, so back to it. Oh, shitty. Ronnie. So let's return back to the combat. Because we chose to take a little bit of damage and let the monster go next, the monsters have the upper hand. We have our weapon drawn, and our backpack, one of the straps got torn. The backpack is off to the side, by the way. So the monster gets to strike again. So we roll in the monster's scheme. Let's roll the d12 and see what the monster does this time. Please don't let it be edge again. Yo, 10! The monsters are attacking with shadow. Okay, that's so much better for us because we're basically guaranteed to beat this roll. Let's actually go. Okay, so the monsters are attacking with shadow. So let's envision what the monsters is doing, okay? So what I think is happening is that because it's a large group of boar, we have not stopped to count them, by the way. So, slay? Tseku, we're definitely going to slay. I actually think that a few of the boars are like they're doing the thing where like they're stomping on the ground, distracting us, while a couple of them come around to basically gore us from behind. So imagine that a portion of the boars are like literally going around us to flank us. I think that's what their shadow move is. They're attacking with a conniving mode of combat, you know? They're flanking us, which is definitely in their favor, but they're large and bulky, and I think we have a good shot at taking them down. So, and we have 2 shadow, by the way, so clear. So we have 2 dice immediately for shadow. Hi, Sid!
Welcome back.
Welcome.
Hi! Yes, I'm playtesting. Where do I get this? It's not out yet. This is my latest project. It's not out yet. Also, I haven't even put on the fighting music, by the way. Let me put on the fighting music. Yeah, this is my latest project. My deadline to release the beta is middle of next month. They're clever girling us. They are. So, the boars are they're flanking us. The boars are flanking us. They're not very sneaky, by the way. That's awesome. I love the idea. Thank you, Sid. I've been explaining the mechanics this whole while. But yeah, it's I've been a little nervous to show this project, but yeah, it's gonna be fun. Monster creation, gear progression, and instead of character classes, you have weapons. That's the plan right there. So, I am going to spend 1 stamina. I'm going to spend 1 stamina to roll 1 extra dice because we're guaranteed, basically, because these guys are not sneaky at all. So, the number is not modified because we have the same rating. The monster rating and our weapon rating are exactly the same. So, I'm going to throw the dice. Okay, so we got 3 for 3. We had to roll higher than 1. Guess what? We rolled higher than 1. So, what happens on a multi-hit? You lose 2 stamina. You can reduce 1 stamina per hit. You may also forego one hit to make a hunter move. Otherwise, the monster strikes again. So, is Forge in the dark style? No, it is actually it's actually a hack of 2 for 3 or 3 for 3. 3 for 3 because you have to match the number or exceed it. So you have to roll 1 or higher. And you may be thinking, but Max, doesn't that mean that these guys are like really, really easy? This is literally the smallest creature in the game. These guys are not supposed to be that hard to beat. Yeah, it's based on iron. It's an Ironstone hack, by the way. Although Forge in the Dark is also a very, very good engine. So we get 3 hits. So I will probably change this, but whatever. So I'm gonna spend 2 hits. I can't move the dice, but just imagine that I am. I spend these 2 hits to take no damage, and I spend the other one to make a hunter move. So let's envision what this looks like, by the way. So I envision these large, bulky boars are trying to flank us, and we immediately spot them. We see them off of the edge of our vision, and as they come charging, we roll to the side. And those boars, basically completely lose their positioning. They're charging recklessly forward, and they completely whiff. And now we have a weapon ready. It's our turn to strike. Yeah, no, yeah, that will be very, very bold. That will be in very, very bold letters. Yeah. Thank you, Dallas. So, and this is also one of the reasons why I'm like, if people want to plug this back into Ironsworn, it's not gonna work. Again, if I could just, thank you, Kitty. If I could just make this work in Ironsworn, I wouldn't be making a full hack. But because I want, you know, I'm making the game that I would want to play first and foremost. And that's the way that I thought I feel like this is the best way to make it work. So, let's talk about Hunter moves. So, you have 4 main Hunter moves. You can flee, which we're not gonna do, because we're here to fight. You can use an item. This is a different, it's fine, it's fine. Do the text on the item. There you go. We can use an item. We can strike or make an advantage. So here's what it is. Striking allows you to advance the tracker and get closer towards defeating the monster. Meanwhile, making an advantage allows you to gain advantage. Advantage is a resource that when spent allows you to lower the target number by 1. Consider this a reward for people who are using the narrative to change the battlefield around them. So here's the dealio. We can either go and just start hitting the monsters really, really hard. How good is the monster against strength? So we would have to roll 2-ups to defeat them. I feel pretty confident with that. So honestly, we have Iron. Iron lets us roll 3 dice. I feel very, very confident. Just immediately going hammer style, okay? So we draw our weapon, you know, we hold our hammer high, and we just dash and just swing at the boars. Max by the Maxi Forts and Ironstorm powered by the Apocalypse system. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Honestly, I feel incredibly confident just swinging at these boars. So I'm throwing it. I'm throwing it. So 3 dice for 3 iron. So we have to get higher than 2, which we did. So the boars have an iron of 2, so we have to roll 2 or higher. We got 2 hits. That's a multi-hit. So let's see what the strike is. On a multi-hit, mark 1 progress per hit. You may undergo making 1 progress to make another hunter move, otherwise the monster strikes. So, I feel incredibly confident carrying our advantage, so I'm gonna mark 1 progress, and I'm gonna spend the other progress to just go again. And what this means is that you're foregoing hitting the monster really hard to stay on the initiative. Again, this is a super combat-heavy game, and I want the combat to be brutal, quick, and narrative. So what happens? We dash in, swing the hammer, and we catch one of the boars right in the center of its mass, and the guy like rolls around and falls over onto the creek, making like huffing and puffing sounds over there. A couple of the other boars like see this happening and are charging forward, but we have the upper hand. So let's make another move real quick. Now, I actually do have an item on me. So I think I'm going to use one of these items as my next hunter move. I am going to spend my flash bomb. So a flash bomb allows you to gain 1 advantage, then make another hunter move. Some items are fast, some items are slow, but the slower items give you a bigger benefit, but it makes the monster act right away, like the well-done steak that gives you 5 stamina. The flash bomb is a little effect that lets you go again. So I pull into my little hunter's pouch. I produce this like cylinder filled with flash bugs. I release the pin and throw the bomb in the direction of the boars. The canister explodes, releasing the flash bugs and causing this large flash all around the vicinity. Of course, I covered my eyes to protect myself. This flash causes the boars to all like stagger back. We get to make another hunter move. And we gain 1 advantage. So now I'm thinking, what do we do now? I think we just push. We just absolutely push. So I am going to be swinging again with iron. There's a boar over in the brook. That guy's done for now. I'm picturing a large group of like 3 or 4 huddled together. Basically little like birds and stars above their heads as they're stunned. And I hold my hammer. I'm preparing myself to swing wildly, and I spin on my heel and swing the hammer across all 3 of those boars right there. So I'm rolling plus iron, which is 3. We established that the monster's target number is 2 and higher, so 2 ups to hit. Will I am not gonna spend my advantage. I don't think so. So I'm gonna just roll these dice, throw them. Oh, let's go! Okay, so a 6, a 3, and a 4. We were aiming for 2 ups. This is 3 hits, baby. So and picture the hammer. I want you to just picture, because we swung wildly. We swing the hammer and it catches 1, 2, 3 boars in one swing, and all 3 of those boars go tumbling around. They fly above the brook and are like tumbling around the other side of the brook. One of them hits a tree. They're making huffing and puffing sounds. We're pushing the advantage. So, on a multi-hit, I mark 1 progress per hit. I'm just gonna mark 3 progress. I'm gonna just literally take advantage. The monster gets to go next now, and I'm completely okay with that. So we are at 4 out of 10 possible progress to finish this fight. At 6, we may oh my god, Dallas, how dare you? I love this. Beginning of Lord of the Rings movie, Sauron hitting things that give. Yes! Oh my god. Oh my god, I love that part. I love that cutscene. If the goal is to make me not cheer for Sauron, Peter Jackson failed. I'm sorry. So, we got to mark all of the progress we could possibly want. And now, the monsters get to go again. So, let's roll in the monster scheme. So, what is the monster gonna do? Ooh, that's actually a 9? On a 9? Ooh, on a 9, they attack using heart. Okay, so, what is the heart for the boars? They have a heart of 2. So, I'm picturing that the handful of boars that remain on my side of the brook. See what just happened? And they kind of like puff up their like torsos, and they're like huffing and puffing. They're trying to intimidate me into backing down. Dramatic boar pose. Yeah. They're trying to make me stand down. You know, they're looking like big, bold. You know, if we want to do the anime thing, how customizable would the monsters be? There's gonna be a lot of levers. Hi, DB.
Welcome back.
Welcome.
So the boars are trying to basically like taunt me, and I'm not taking any of this. So it is their heart versus my heart. So I have a heart of 2. So I have to roll 2 ups. Clear this. I feel confident. I feel confident standing up against the boars. I legitimately feel so. So the target number is 2 ups. Let's go. That's 2 hits, baby! So, when the monster attacks on a multi-hit, yeah, this probably needs to change. This is actually way too much damage, actually. But it's fine. Oh, no worries, DB. You could say you're gonna steal their heart. Thank you, Wolfie. Thank you for that one, Wolfie. Okay, yeah, these damage numbers are way too freaking high, by the way. The idea that on a multi-hit you just still take a bunch of damage is kind of crazy. I'm gonna just highlight this and fix this later. For now, we're just gonna keep rolling with this. And no worries. You set me up. So you lose 2 stamina, reduce 1 per hit. You may also forego 1 to make the hunter move. Otherwise the monster strikes. Yeah, that definitely seems a little bit high. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out how I want to tackle this. Anyways, so you know what? Let's just treat it as written for now. So I can lower the amount of stamina lost by 1 per hit. I can make it 0, but then the monster strikes again. Yeah, that's what we're testing. Yeah. Because I feel like on a multi-hit. Yeah, definitely gotta fidget with these numbers. I'm just gonna go with it as written, okay? So I am gonna cancel. What is the move for when you're out of stamina, by the way? If you would ever have to lose stamina but have none, mark 1 of the strikes on the hunter tracker and regain stamina back to maximum. Envision how you get a second wind or find an opportunity that inspires you to keep fighting. If this would mark, okay. So you know what? I am gonna retain the initiative, but I'm gonna go down to 0 stamina. So here's what happens, okay? So, the boars are like, you know, like not roaring because they don't roar, but whatever, you know, they're huffing and puffing. And the sound of their cries caused me to flinch for a moment, causing me to lose my footing. And it is at this moment where they're about to charge my way And I've been here before. This is not my first rodeo. I've been through things when they look just as dire, and I kick back up to my feet, ready to strike at these suckers. So I've activated the first strike. I get back up to 5 stamina. The boars do be boring. They do be boring. So I have the initiative. Let's kick their ass, okay? So I'm coming in swinging. I'm coming in swinging, okay? I might actually. Ooh. Am I going to just? I could make another advantage. Honestly, I could do that. Okay. So you know what? Let's make it. Let's make an advantage. So, envision how you attempt to gain the advantage against the monster. So, what can we do here? Honestly, here's what I'm gonna do. Okay. I'm thinking one way, because they have the numbers. These guys have the numbers. There's still a handful of these boars on my side of the brook. What I'm thinking, I'm going to swing my weapon at the ground, causing a bunch of dust to fly up in the air, getting in their eyes, giving me a chance to reposition. So I'm going to swing with iron. I'm going to hit the ground really, really freaking hard, cause a bunch of dirt to fly all over the place. So we roll 3 dice. And it is my approach versus the monsters. So my ability to smack the ground versus the monster's ability to withstand the sand. So iron versus iron. The boars have an iron of 2, so we're shooting for 2 ups. I'm rolling 3 iron, throw them, 2 ups. That's 3 hits, baby! Okay, so. On a multi-hit, you have the upper hand. Gain 1 advantage per hit. You may forego 1 advantage to make another hunter move, otherwise the monster strikes. Yo, I am ready to gain. So I'm foregoing 1 advantage to go again. So what you're telling me is my Iron Valley characters can go monster hunting. Ideas, yeah. So we have gained additional advantage, and we remain in the lead. So what happens? I hit the ground, causing chunks of dirt and sand to just fly up into the air. The boars were not expecting this, and they cannot reel back. And with this advantage in hand, I am ready to send them home. I am gonna send these guys home. So let's strike. I'm striking, and I'm freaking, like, I'm going hard. So it's time for me to do my kill move, I think. I hold my hammer up high, ready to just smack these guys down. So I'm absolutely hitting with iron. I'm swinging as hard as I can. So that is 3 dice. I am going bananas today, by the way. I am gonna drop down to 2 stamina. I'm spending 3 additional dice. I am swinging 6 dice, by the way. I am swinging 6 dice. You know what? I am swinging with 7 dice, by the way. Yeah, I'm gonna use my advantage as well to lower the target number. Oh yeah, we can totally make this happen. All right, so the target number is 2 ups. If I spend an advantage, that's just 1 ups, baby. Yo, you know what? So I have my dice pool. I'm rolling 7 dice. I can spend advantage to lower the target number by 1. I am gonna spend 1 advantage to make the target number 1 ups, which very much guarantees this kill. I throw the dice. All of these are 1 or higher. That is 7 progress. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, I don't have the victory theme. There we go. So what happens? So as the boars are like tumbling around. So Dallas says, I feel like there's someone already making a Pokemon hack for this. Put a pin on that. I'm gonna talk about that in a minute. So what does this look like, right? So I'm telling you, I was ready for my kill move, by the way. I hold my hammer high, and I bring it down on the ground, and we get the anime moment where the ground splits and like chunks of earth shoot up. And the boars, in comical style, go tumbling and flying around. And it's become very much clear that the fight is over. Now you are free to use the narrative to be like, you can carve the monsters if you want. Otherwise, you can just describe them as, fleeing or whatevers. For this one time, I will describe the monsters as fleeing because I feel like it. So once you hit the end of the marker, we get The monster is slain. The monster falls. You partake on the ritual of carving the monster if you want to. Gain X monster mats. Return to town. How many freaking mats was it in the beta? I think it was 3, 5, and 7. So is it better to capture monsters or kill them and rise? Oh, in the actual video game, in the actual video game, they're both good. Capturing is good if you have the mats and if you want to do hunts faster, but some materials you can only gain through hunting a monster all the way. So, did I make an inventory chart? Of course I didn't. So, voracity. So we have gained, again, this is all very much beta, by the way. So we have voracity. Let's say we did it all the way. It is 3, 6, 10. Let's go with 10 materials. 10 materials of a ranking of 5. And this will make sense in a moment, by the way. So, let me hear that theme one more time. Yeah, pretty much. And Wolfie, I do want to make it clear, you have to check your hunter's notes, because some things you can only get from capturing as well, so it's not an objective one is better than the other. Capturing is faster for sure, but you are missing on some mats. Anyways, after completing the hunt, you get to gain monster materials, so let's picture what happens in this, okay? I don't want to carve those boyos. I'm going to assume that they go home licking their wounds. So off of the ground, I pick up what appears to be some of the leaves that fell off of their back and a broken tusk. And I gain a total of 10 voracity materials, all of them being rarity or quality 5. So because the monsters, as you can tell from the screen, over here, by the way, because the monsters rating varies when you hunt them. We could have fought a voracity with a ranking of 1, but we fought a voracity with a ranking of 5. So you will get different materials from the monsters. So this is a 5 ranking voracity equipment. Now, a moment ago, Dallas was saying that there's already someone doing a Pokemon hack for this. So here's the dealio. In the beta of the book, I want to have a series of pages at the end of ways that you can change this setting to fit whatever you want it to be. You could make this combat setting be more like Dark Souls if you want to. You could definitely make this Pokemon for sure, and instead of weapons, you have, monsters that you have captured before. There's definitely ways of making that happen for sure. Seeing as how the monsters and the characters have very similar stats, there's ways of doing that. I was thinking that you could also just make this Mega Man as well. If you want to just play Mega Man and just fight all the Mavericks, you could just do that as well. So yeah, there will be a series of spreads in the beta booklet telling you how you could just spin this to be whatever you want them to be. Now, DB said earlier, gotta gather materials for crafting. So I am not sure if I want there to be gathering of materials and crafting in this crafting of items in this game. Maybe we'll see. It does seem like a pain in the ass. Yeah. DB gets it. But we'll see. It is now time for us to move on to the next segment of this game. So having gathered some materials and we put our backpack back on, sans one of the straps since it got destroyed by one of the monsters, we continue. We kind of like kick the dust off of our boots. We hang our giant hammer on our back, and we are about to be all like, well, time to get back on the road. Where out of the jungle, you see like a bunch of leaves start moving, and we're about to draw our weapon when we see a young person. Are there oracles? There are not oracles yet, but there will be. Again, this is like the most bare-bones version of this game because I want to playtest it. So we see a young person who looks like this. Let me actually get you the full image if you're interested. Now, chat, can I please have you guys help me name this lovely she-they? This is the handler for this town. They are the child of the town's merchant, given They've given charge of being the handler, even though they believe that they're young for the post, and they are naive and optimistic. Kitty, that's not just you, Kitty. First of all, you're blonde. Yuki, I do love Yuki. Yuki's a great name. Sakura, Mina? You know, I'm gonna go with Yukiko, because I like Yukiko. Snowchild. Snowchild is very, very good. Sakura is also good. So I'm gonna go with Yukiko. Maybe she was born in winter, that's why they call her Snowchild. Anyways, so out of the foliage emerges. Well, your character is Maxima. Explain. This could be your kitty. Yeah, maybe. Oh my god, Wolfie. So Yukiko emerges out of the foliage. Look, and immediately sees, one of the boars, who's been the slowest one out of all of them, finally like gets up to its feet and runs out. And Yukiko, it looks a little bit. I'm gonna say that they look a little bit shocked. They're almost like, oh, of course this is what the hunter that people were talking about would kind of do. And soon enough, we walk over the brook right over to their side, and we introduce ourselves. We introduce ourselves as Maxima, a hunter of the Alliance, and we recognize from the description that we were given of our handler that this must be Yukiko. And we probably extend our hand to greet them, to kind of shake their hand, but they don't appear to be the kind of touchy kind of person for the Alliance. How dare you, kitty? They kind of leave us hanging, and we don't take it to be an inherently bad symbol or anything. Some people just don't like to do that. And they offer to take us back to the town through the path that is not littered with monsters. And we accept it. So let's envision us arriving into town. So we walk along the wilderness, eventually arriving at a path that cuts through the jungle. Oh my god. And before we know it, we find ourselves at a wooden archway that introduces us to a small town. Do I know a name for this town? No! Could someone in the chat tell me the name of this town, please? Could someone give me a name for this town, please? I would like a name for this town, please. Riverdale / joking. How dare you, Seku? How dare you? How dare you? River Valley is not too bad, though. Tonson's Bramble. You guys. Although Bramble is not bad, actually. I like Bramble. Bramble is a Manako. Bramble is a good name, actually. I'm gonna go with Bramble. So we arrive in the town of Bramble. There is a wooden fence. I could roll on the IV table. Yeah, I could. I have all the tables right here, but I don't. Again, I like Bramble. Bramble is a great name. I almost want to put that on the final table because that's actually a good name for a town. So we arrive at the town of Bramble. The wilderness has been kind of shaved off around here. There's a nice wide clearing. Do you need more tables? I will be making tables on stream for sure. I gotta make tables for the monsters, make tables for the hunters. There will be tables that need making. Don't you worry, there will be tables. So I'm picturing small buildings of wood and clay and mud. Very nice, simple buildings. And as we eventually emerge to the center of this small little town, Yukiko introduces us to their father, who is the town's merchant. I'm envisioning Yukiko's father to be, definitely, he has that same shade of black purple hair, though definitely maybe braided up. Maybe he has a nice bushy beard, and he's got his nice stalls and whatever, right? Now I will make an NPC real quick because we need actually the town's elder / the town's mayor. So let me just make a townie real quick. Hands the draft to DB. Please fill me with tables. Oh my god. Parsley? Oh my god, clown. Kind of androgynous. Ghost hunting? Agile and disarming. Animal ears. Okay, I absolutely. But crafting is fun. Crafting is fun. Oh my god. Oh my god, Dallas, how dare you? So, people were asking for there to be bunny people in this game. Instead of palicos, there's bunny people. So guess what? I'm introducing the first bunny person, okay? I'm introducing the first bunny person. So the bunny people... okay, people in the chat. Should the bunny people be small and cute like palicos, or should they just be like the Viera from Final Fantasy XIV, by the way? Because I realize they can be cute or they can be sexy. Which, it's the only two genders, okay? You can be cute or you can be sexy. FF14, a small bunny, says Kitty. Uncannily in between. No, we're not doing potato people. Small. Both. DB, there's small bunnies in FF14 too, you know. Are there small bunnies? Well, you know who I'm talking about. Ravarli from Zelda. Who's Ravarli? Ah, not quite. Okay, what are the name of the small bunny people? FF14 small bunny people. Oh, the Leporits? Leporits? Russian Jessica Rabbit, how dare you? How dare you? Yeah, Leporits, okay. Well, maybe, we'll see. Now, I gotta get up and search, by the way. By the way, Sid, you might be a little bit behind. Sid, you might be a little behind. Anyways. Alright, so, I'm stretching, by the way. I'm up on my feet. Feel free to stretch, you do you. Alright, so, let's go with the small bunny person for this first one, okay? Maybe because they're elderly, okay? It's fine. So, we find ourselves in the presence of the town's elder. A bunny person by the name of... What did we roll? Blanche. Let's go with Parsley. Parsley's a great name, by the way. We're not bullying Seku for not stretching today. You know what? Seku gets 1 today. Seku gets 1. The elder is named Parsley. And they are a bunny person. Yeah, they definitely have a cane for sure. They have a cane for sure. So I'm picturing like an old bunny. They're probably sitting by a rock, you know, just like overlooking the jungle. You know, like we walk up to them, you know, our back, you know, making sounds or huge weapon on our back. And without looking up, the elder is like, "Ah, yes, you have come. The Alliance finally sent us someone to take care of all these monsters, I see. Maybe an eye patch? Oh, definitely an eye patch, by the way. A carrot carved onto the top. Yes, I love that. Yeah. So you know how like some walking sticks / canes have like a T section? Yeah, well, like the handle is a carrot for sure. Yeah, for sure. You know, and I envision that Parsley, you know, goes off about how they've been waiting for a hunter forever, and that hopefully we can finally start clearing back the jungle. As I mentioned before, human settlements don't last for long outside of like the one city. Mostly because turns out monsters are terrifying and very, very powerful, and they tend to, whenever humans and bunny people try to settle beyond or into the wilderness, they eventually get kicked out. That's why there's a bunch of ruins in the wilderness. And, you know, Parsley mentioned something to the extent of like, back when they were younger, they used to, do the hunting. But now they can't. They're old now. And they have slowly been losing ground in the jungle. And they're glad, relieved that there's finally someone here. Though, like looking us up and down, they don't particularly seem excited. So let's talk about, they offer us a place to stay, much like in every Monster Hunter game. Probably we're staying in Yukiko's house, probably. I have a faint feeling there's a reason why Yukiko's family is like hosting us. Probably some sort of like mercantile relationship. Maybe Yukiko's father made a deal with the city in exchange of finally expediting receiving a hunter. We don't know these things. We're not really particularly worrying about that. So let's talk about village moves, because in the village you have a series of moves. Oh yeah. So when you return to town, you clear all canteen effects. Yes, there's in fact eating in this game, by the way. LOL, what is this, Atelier Risa? Kitty, stop. That's so good though. Damn it. Me who's only played Atelier Risa? Huh. This is giving me Atelier Risa vibes. So we clear the canteen, all advantage. So we're back to 0 advantage. And our stamina goes back to 5. By the way, anybody who's wondering, you can only use items once per fight. So we use the flash mob, but we don't use the well done steak. And the timer goes back on. All right, so you can accept a quest. You can also shop. You can eat at the canteen and gain a temporary buff. And you can upgrade and craft gear. You can also talk to villagers. I'm thinking, honestly, those carts recover? Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Thank you for reminding me. There should be a line about also clear the... clear the hunt progress tracker. There we go. So, I'm thinking, you know, probably, you know, we put down our bags in the little room that we have been given by Yukiko's family. And we probably, you know what, I'm picturing that we, like, get some rest for the day. And then once the next day begins, we make our quick way over to the local blacksmith. Because there's nothing a hunter wants more and loves more than equipment. So let's roll up a blacksmith real quick. Hibiscus, Tornado, or Bolita, goddammit. Oh, Femme for sure. Jolly and Charming, I love that. Traditional clothing, a corset, or binder. Ooh, I'm thinking like a very traditional, like, Japanese blacksmith. Are we gonna name the blacksmith Bolita? Be honest. Guys. Is the blacksmith called Bolita, by the way? Older, femme, traditional, clothing, and what else do we know about them? Jolly. What's the first option? The first option is Hibiscus. Hibiscus, Tornado, or Bolita. What was the thing I forgot already? Jolly! I might go with Hibiscus. Eboshi? I just got Chills' DB. Dual characters, one a hunter helping set up a new village and protected, the other a mage specialized in building. Yo! Yeah, there's definitely room to add, like, town development and stuff like that, for sure. It would add another element to the gear progression. You would have to update the smithy and stuff like that. Something to consider. Let me actually write this down on the notes at the bottom. Notes for later. Town progression. Lock smithy upgrades to quests. Because I am thinking of having like a quest line. Like you're actually required to fight like X number of like monsters of a size and ranking before you can move on and get urgent quests. Much like in Monster Hunter. That to me will feel kind of fun, I think. It also gives you like a campaign where like, oh, do these things, do that thing. So, the blacksmith is, I'm gonna go with... What does eboshi mean, by the way? Dallas, what does eboshi mean? Oh, hell yeah, Wolfie. Otherwise, it might just be Hibiscus. Hibiscus. Again, these are the names from, Oh my god, I love that DB. Princess Mononoke, okay. I'll take eboshi. Eboshi. So, let's set up the scene, okay? Always go back to the narrative when you're not sure. This is the only building that is made of stone. It's like cobblestone piled up. Again, everything is like very like low-tech here. People refer to the setting as cave punk, kinda. Save for the ridiculous weapons. I'm picturing, you know, we walk in and it's already smoky, and we can feel the warmth of the forge, and we hear the sounds of a hammer hitting an anvil. And in comes, which character was that again? I assume it's the lady who runs the small town, right? I think it's the lady who runs the small town. She's the leader of Irontown. It was meant to be. Iron Valley, Iron Sworn, Irontown. Anyways. So, we walk in. Lady Eboshi has dark skin. She bears many scars. Maybe once upon a time, she herself was a hunter. Iron hunter? Maybe. We see her, she's wearing very like traditional blacksmith clothes. It's all very like close fitting and padded. She's got like a large apron that protects her from the flames and the heat. And when we come in, she is not immediately surprised by our presence. The rumors have already gone around. Iron hunger? How dare you? Iron deficiency? You know, I assume that Eboshi says something to the extent of like, is it already time? You've barely been in here for a day, and is it already time to make you something new? DB! You know, is it already time to begin the song and dance? You know, for a long it's been a long time since I last made hunter gears. For the most part, I've been making tools, and maybe we say something to the extent of like, but I assume you're still good for this then. You're still good to make some weapons and armor. And Lady Eboshi says, always, of course. Always up for a challenge, and these bones still know their way around an anvil and a hammer. Let's see what you got. And then the menu comes up, by the way. Oh my god, that feeling when you come to your colleagues and she monologues at you about how sloppy your work is. Oh my god. And then the menu comes up with all the tech trees. So we present Lady Eboshi with literally all the Boracity gear, weapons, and all the Boracity pieces that we got. Am I literally gonna do like this? What if I just do like... I want to figure out how I can copy all of this. There we go. And what if I just copy you and paste you? Perfect! Oh my god. Can I just replace this image with another one? Let's go! Where's the equipment? Armor. Give me like a higher rating, just for me, okay? Just for me, okay? Okay, so. Let's do a little bit of crafting. So, crafting, there's 3 options. You are able to create new gear, you can upgrade gear, or you can allocate skills. We're not gonna do skills because I have not figured out how that works, but for now, when you create gear, you spend 4 units of parts belonging to the same monster. The lowest of their values becomes the gear's rating. You gain the resistance and weaknesses of the monster they originate from, or affinity in the case of weapons. New gear also gains 1 skill slot per 15 rank, rounded down. Envision what the armor looks like. So, thankfully, we have literally 10 pieces of Boracity, so I'm gonna spend 4 of those units. I present some boar, some like tufts of fur and the leaves that they came with, and chunks of tusks. I present all these parts to Lady Eboshi, and she quickly gets to work, combining metal and chainmail and leather pieces together to upgrade and improve the defense value of these things. So let's envision what it looks like. And you'll be wondering, Max, it's gonna be really hard to figure out what armor looks like. Like, what am I supposed to imagine? Oh, if only there was information on the monster that told you what to picture. The personality of the monster infers the style of the armor. Also, the colors of the monster tells you the colors of the armor. The Boracities are mainly brown and green, and their personality is reckless. So let's envision some reckless armor. I'm thinking this is gonna be Monster Hunter as heck, by the way. I'm picturing like a very cropped top I'm picturing like tusks, like shoulder pads with like tusks on them to make them spiky, and maybe even like some and some of like the boar's fur and like leaves as a trim. That's what I'm picturing. Hi, Nomia.
Welcome back.
Welcome. Welcome.
Hello, hello. Good morning. Guten Morgen. There's nothing more reckless than a boob window. Absolutely. So this leather armor, the style is reckless, and it has no elemental resistance, I believe, because the voracities are only, yeah, they are weak to thunder. I forgot about elemental resistance, actually. Huh. Let me just add it to the list of things. Add monster resistance element. Alright, let's go. So, I'm gonna assume that the boars resist nothing. So this armor resists nothing as well, but it is weak to thunder. Oh, now I realize that I made this way too small, by the way. Whatever, it's fine. Thunder. Excuse me? Nomia says, I had a dream where there was a new debate in the diet community on whether or not you should drink bananas through a tinfoil straw? Oh my god, Nomia. Oh my god. I'm gonna gray out this piece of gear because we're not gonna be wearing this no more. Let me just gray this out because we're not wearing the original leather armor anymore, by the way. So you may be thinking, Max, the armor we just made. Hold on, let's hear them out. You may be thinking, Max, the armor we just made is literally the same value. They're both 5. What do we do? Well, there's also the ability to upgrade gear. So, and here's where it gets a little bit gambly, by the way. I don't know what to say, man, says Nomia. This is what my dreams are like. Honestly, I have had some bad dreams lately, so honestly, I would love there to be pointless arguments in my dreams. I would love to see fantasy TikToks in my brain of the diet community arguing about drinking bananas through tinfoil straws. So, when upgrading gear, spend 1 or more unit belonging to the same monster. If this new part has a higher value than the gear roll, okay, it's 1 at a time. So, you spend 1 unit to increase the value by a number of d4s. So I want to state, by the way, that in the game, d6 is the hunter die. You only roll d6s as a hunter. The item die is d4. Only items and crafting does d4s. The monster die is the d12 because monsters are more bigger than humans. And I don't know what the other dice do at the moment, but we'll figure it out. So if the value of the piece you have is higher, you get to roll more dice. Otherwise, it's just a gamble each time. So you know what? I am going to. I'm gonna spend 1 piece to attempt to upgrade our voracity armor. Let's call it boar armor. Boar armor. Oh, that's so bad. Boar armor. Boar armor. No, shut up, Seku! Oh my god. Nomia says, I had the image of a YouTube video where someone said, listen, I'm the kind of person who drinks their bananas through tinfoil straws. And that phrase was so confusing that it literally woke me up. Boar armor. You know what? Let's call them reckless armor. Reckless armor level 1, whatever, it's fine. So I'm gonna roll a d4 to see how well we upgrade this. Throw it. It goes up by 2. I'm okay with that. Let's roll it one more time. I mean, I might just push this because we're literally gonna like fight a real monster soon. So throw this. Okay, it goes up by 2 more, up to 9. So I'm gonna tell you a little bit, by the way. Anyways, how's the game going? Yeah, it's been going fun. Playtesting is hard as always, but I'm having fun. Also, I'm gonna spoil it, by the way. We're fighting a higher monster next, and this monster can have a rating between 11 and 16. So we definitely want to upgrade our armor, by the way. So I'm gonna spend one more resource again to upgrade our armor one more time. One, that sucks. That sucks so much. Okay, I'm gonna spend all of this gear, by the way. 4, let's go. Oh my god. 14. Yeah, okay, so yes, it is supposed to be 10 plus d6. That's a typo. You can also see my cursor in the middle of the monster's name as well. I wasn't gonna bother to do that again. So let me upgrade. I'm gonna spend my last one, I think. I think I did more than one. So let's just do their last dice roll. 3, 17. That's pretty good. That means that we should have a better time fighting this next monster. Now here's the dealio, by the way. Someone may be saying, Max, why don't you just upgrade the same armor over and over and over? You must use the same monster parts, so you have to go fight the same monster again if you want to keep upgrading one. But here's the dealio. Monsters become more and more powerful as you climb up. So for instance, a medium-sized monster like Malcidic versus a monster like, where the hell is it? Oh yeah, the Spiked Groomba. Spiked Groomba is 20 plus d6. So let me tell you, you're gonna have a tough time. You're gonna have to grind a lot to be ready to fight a large monster. So the progression of fighting one then another just makes sense to me. So anyway, we're not fighting the Spiked Groomba, we're fighting Malcidic next. So forgive me if this playthrough is light on the narrative. I'm mostly just playtesting the combat today. And we spent... So after a long session of working with the blacksmith, we have upgraded our armor. We now have a reckless armor that is weak to lightning. It has a reckless style. We have brainstormed that it's like a crop top with a boob window. It is brown and green, and it has like shoulder pads with like tusks on them. And we definitely look reckless for sure. We still have our basic hammer, but I feel like that's okay. Thankfully, like, our armor rating has shot up, so we should be able to take some hits. For sure. We could go and fight more boars, but I think we should move on to the next monster for sure. So, as you can tell from this great move right here, by the way, is like, how do you accept the quest? I don't know. Just, like, come up with it. So, I'm gonna assume boob window. No, don't explain it. I'm good. Boob window crop top. Yeah, World of Warcraft style grind boar strats. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Anybody wants to watch me fight boars for the next like 30 minutes? No, we're gonna fight the next monster. We're gonna fight Malcidic. I named these monsters over the course of like 2 minutes, so please feel free to make fun of them. Don't give me popcorn! You don't want to watch me grind monsters non-stop. It is funny that you can do that, which is the most monhun experience, by the way. Me when I fought Fafnir like 10 times today. Oh my god. Oh my god, Seku. Alright, so. Let's envision the quest, okay? So, the way that it's gonna work in the game, by the way, is that there's basically 6 facilities in your town. There is the town elder that gives you quests. There is the shopkeep. There is the blacksmith. There's the person who runs the canteen. Can we reskin the monsters? Of course you can. Tactical twist oracle to slightly make that more interesting. Yeah, maybe. Again. There is a lot of room to make the game more crunchy, make it more tactical. For now, again, I'm just trying to get the numbers right for now. Yeah, and again, like, these monsters were, like, generated, like, Kirin and I made them literally the other day. I want to be making, like, the creation engine and all that other stuff, but I didn't want to have to make the car before, I guess, racing the car. The metaphor makes no sense. So please don't question that metaphor. Anyways, so the way it's gonna work in the game is that there is 4 NPCs that you always have. You always have, I guess 5 actually. You have 5 NPCs always. You have the town elder, the shopkeep, the canteen cook, the blacksmith and your handler, and an extra NPC that is different for every town. And when someone has a quest, you roll a d6 to find out who is giving you the quest. Yeah, Nomia, shut up, Nomia. So I'm gonna roll a d6 to see who has the quest. Number 2, it is in fact the shopkeep. Of course it is. Okay, so Yukiko's dad, who we met Yukiko as her handler. So I imagine that we come home looking like a goddamn fool with our brand new sexy armor. And Yukiko's dad is like, "Oh, I see you're back," and tells us that now that we're back, we can finally start resetting up the trade routes. And the first mission that they have for us is a very urgent one. There is a creature that has been terrorizing a particularly important trade route, and they need us to go and teach that sucker a lesson. Now, in the game, there is a possibility that you will have to go into a quest without knowing what the monster is all about. This is not it. In this case, the people of this town know this monster. They call it Mulcidic. It is a medium-sized monster, which means that it is the size of a wagon. It is, let me put the 10 plus d6, by the way. It is a raptor, which means that it is a lizard/bird-like thing that has 2 larger legs that it's used for running, and it has 2 smaller, I guess manipulators, I guess you could say, or claws. It is flightless. These guys generally have a long tail, and its personality is mischievous. This guy is known for basically like tricking people on the road and basically playing with its food, for a lack of a better word. Its main color is violet, and its accent color is gray. Its trait is that it uses ranged attacks. Its element affinity is acid, actually. So this guy, Mulcidic, spits acid out of an organ that is in its throat, maybe like a bag or something, some sort of sack, and shoots acid that weakens and damages its target. It has an elemental weakness to ice, but we have no elemental weapons, so Raptor Frog. Oh my god. Yeah, so the way that I envision this guy, I'm envisioning like a really, really dark like series of scales. Very reptilian, by the way, very reptilian. I'm picturing it having like yeah, like the frog kind of like sack under its throat. I have been on the side of toxic animal TikTok for a week now. I am prepared. Hell yeah, I love that. And I'm thinking that like across its scales, it has like streaks of gray that kind of look like lightning, maybe. Maybe it uses them for blending into like the darkness. I don't know. But this is Mulcidic, and this is the guy that our lovely host wants us to go and slay. So, we are gonna go and get some food though before we do anything else. I have seen so many deadly little guys. I love that. So, let's envision. So, there's a couple of things you can do. We have already crafted. The shop is currently not open because of the trading routes. Thankfully, we do have our 2 items still. We have a flash bomb and a well-done steak still. Very great ruggy coated. I want to make a cowboy hat out of it. Yo, cowboy hats! So what I mentioned earlier, by the way, is that the armor that you make... Hi, Charlie!
Welcome back.
Welcome.
The armor that you make is based off of the monster's personality. So because Mulcidic is mischievous, if we make armor and weapons, they will have a mischievous look to them. So I think Mulcidic, the armor for it makes you look like a little clown. I feel like that's like a little jester. I feel like it's the only way. So get ready to make like a jester-looking hammer out of this guy. I want to make a jester hammer so bad, y'all. So, before we do anything, we're gonna go to the canteen. So who runs the canteen? The cook / chef. What's more mischievous than a cowboy? Okay, people in chat. What's more mischievous, cowboy or cowboy, coalition, clown? Okay, people in chat. Leave cowboy emoji if you think cowboys are mischievous. Put a clown emoji if you think clowns are mischievous, okay? Who is the most mischievous out of the 2? While I roll our cook, by the way. Our cook is named Peach. That's a great name. It's a guy named Peach. I love that. He's a guy named Peach. He's caring and loyal. He has glasses and is always carrying drink and food. I love that. We have a vote for each, by the way. Please do one vote. Cowboy gets up to no good. Jesters just do fun little jokes. Jesters were the only ones allowed to completely kill. They were allowed to destroy kings. They were allowed to make terrible jokes about the fucking monarchy. They're the only ones. What happened to girls supporting girls? This is very true. Peach, who wears glasses. Chill dude, always eating. I live in a circus town. Clowns have intent and a taste for Renaissance art. Oh my god, I love that. Okay, maybe I'll have to make a cowboy outfit then. Destroy my monarch in free marketplace of in the free marketplace of ideas. How dare you, Tseku? Let me drink some water, by the way. So, we walk into the canteen. You gotta eat before a quest. We're gonna go out and fight a monster. We gotta have some food in our belly. So, Cowboy Clown. We might have to merge Cowboy and Clown, by the way. You know, if I look up a picture of Cowboy Clown, what is the first thing I see? Oh, this is absolutely as cursed as I thought it would be. Do not Google Cowboy Clown, by the way. Do not Google Cowboy Clown. This is all very cursed. I'm backing away. Yeah, they're basically rodeo clowns, but that's not the vibe I want out of my life. Yo, the timer is up. Yo, it's time to grow candy corn. Let's go. Oh my god, it's time to grow candy corn, y'all. Well, first we do a setup round, and then we grow candy corn. All right, so everyone get up and stretch, by the way. Get up and stretch. Now, here's what happens. I'm envisioning the building housing the canteen is a large and wide room. This is the place where a lot of people come to have their meal after, you know, working the fields or building houses or, you know, herding children and herding, like, you know, animals, whatever animals they have here, capybaras, I don't know. Sheep. They have Harvest Moon clowns. Clowns? I meant cows. You could definitely do a rodeo clown, maybe. I want you all to start thinking what a rodeo clown hammer would look like, because we already have pretty good armor. Anyways, so Harvest Moon clowns, shut up, Chips. Keeping my clowns in my stable. Everybody shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I'm not allowed... Between... Hold on, I have something. Yo, so between Harvest Moon clowns and Jern Lerman, you guys are not letting me live anything down. Yeah, should the name of the elder be Jern Lerman? Jern Lerman. Jern Lerman is the funniest thing I've said in like a month, by the way. And if you don't know who Jern Lerman is, watch yesterday's stream. All right, so we walk into this building, and Peach the cook. I'm picturing like a rather large man, dirty blonde hair, cropped short. You know, and he's got, you know what? Instead of food, he has like a toothpick. He has a toothpick. He's wearing like a nice apron, and he immediately welcomes us. We have probably already eaten here before, so he says, you know, the usual, and I'm like, well, what you got today? And let's roll. This is a temporary table, by the way. Yo, Nomia says, rodeo clowns often have large, colorful barrels in their routines. Put that bad boy on a stick, and you got yourself a hammer. Yo, Nomia, that's actually pretty smart. That's actually pretty smart. Holy crap. So, this is not the final table. There's gonna be like dishes and stuff like that. But for now, I made a very easy D10 table. So, what is today's special? Let's roll a D10. Today's special is a meal that increases stamina by 2. Let's go. I'm gonna take that. So I'm picturing he literally puts down, this is the most carbs you could possibly ever have, okay? He puts down this plate, and it's like an entire loaf of bread, a jar of jam, a jar of like some sort of like citrus jam, and like a couple of like smaller sweet rolls and a bowl of rice. This is a meal entirely made of carbohydrates. And then we get to do the Monster Hunter animation, by the way, where we're just like eating all of this mess of food, and then we stand up and like flex. So for this like, encounter, we have 2 extra stamina to begin with. That's incredible. Oh my god, I love that Nomia. So now that we have eaten our meal of nothing but carbohydrates, gear up and depart. So before leaving for our quest, pick your weapon and armor and items you will be taking on your quest. We're going to be taking our iron hammer. We're going to be taking our boar armor that we just made, the reckless armor. And our 2 items of choice are a well-done steak and a flash bomb. If you haven't already gained the benefits of your canteen buff, envision your hunter and their handler heading out into the wilderness together. So, I rendezvous with Yukiko outside of their house. And they are kind of geared up in like really nice like traveling equipment. They look a little bit nervous because they have not been a handler for long. There hasn't been a hunter in this village for a long time, and there is the possibility that they might have to pull us out of danger. So they're not super excited for this, but nonetheless, they don't voice any of their concerns as we walk out. We step out of the archway that welcomes us to the town and back into the wilderness. Are weapons hard set or player imagined? Their weapons are basically your class, and they will be hard set. There will be a number of weapons in the game, and the fun thing is that because since all these things are modular, I can just add more weapons over time. And the following bit is entirely Charlie coded, by the way. I plan to look at Bloodborne and steal those trick weapons, by the way. I'm stealing those trick weapons. The idea of a weapon that becomes another weapon is such a Monster Hunter thing. So I'm like, yo, thank you, Bloodborne, thank you. Nom 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 nom. Other than that, I already have ideas for weapons. I have idea for a pair of like fists that allow you to punch very fast. There should definitely be a scythe for sure, a cool ass scythe. And also, I was thinking because I want there to be weapons for characters who may be disabled. So I have an idea for a mobility device called the Iron Bull. It's a mechanical riding mount designed by a hunter who lost their legs in a hunt, but wanted to continue fighting. And this Iron Bull, they basically ride it like a motorcycle. And their mode of dealing damage is by ramming it right into the monster. So yeah. I want there to be disabled hunters. Disabled hunters get to exist in this setting, and you can't fucking stop me. So yeah, it's also, yeah, Wolfie, I love the scythe from Dante's Inferno. I'm actually one of 2 people who have beat that game, by the way. No one else has beaten that game, only me and like 1 more person. This is a true fact, by the way, don't look it up. I am one of 2 people who have witnessed Satan's giant you-know-what. It's fun. It's a bit of an old game. It shows its age, but you know what? It's fine. Anyways, so we begin by first envisioning ourselves stepping into the wilderness. Remember that there is, in fact, a narrative check to see if the monster goes first, and we definitely don't want to go second. Let me double check if there is quest moves, enter combat, add a stamina. Okay, so I have to come up with I have to figure out actually a move for sneaking into the monster. Hell yeah, Wolfie. So let's picture the scene, okay? So I am envisioning we walk for a while along. Oh, also, actually, Bayonetta has ideas for weapons too. Oh my god, I should steal Bayonetta's weapons too. A pair of guns on your feet? Why not? Why not? Let them have feet guns. Kirin says let them have guns on their feet. Let's dance, boys. So, we walk out into the wilderness. Soon enough, we find ourselves on on the trade route. It is a nice clearing, basically a road that splits the jungle in two. And this road, of course, has fallen into disrepair. There is an incredible amount of like weeds growing. Normally, the feet of walking travelers are the ones that keep these blades of grass at bay. But with things being bad for such a long time, there has not been much traffic here because of one specific Malcidic. So, I would like to attempt to be sneaky. So let's just literally make a move right now. Sneak up on the monster. For this move, you roll against the monster's shadow, and on hit you go first. On multi-hit, you get to go first and advantage. There you go. Oh yeah, I mean, it is a Warriors game, Wolfie. It is made by the Warriors people. Should I go back to Persona 5 Strikers? I don't know. It didn't really grab me. So, I would like to attempt to sneak up on this monster. You know, again, I'm picturing a very lush, beautiful jungle. There's, of course, this road cutting it down the middle. Though it's, you know, again, it's fallen into disrepair. So, what is the Malcidic's shadow is 2. So, oh, actually, we haven't figured out the Malcidic's target number, actually. So, every monster has a range of attributes. The Malcidic is 10 plus d6. So, let's roll how stronger this monster is than normal. It is 10 plus 4. It is 14. So, thankfully, when it comes to our armor, whenever the monster hits us, the target number will be lower because we have better armor. Unfortunately, since our weapon is lower than the monster's target number of 14, we're gonna have a harder time hitting the monster. This is the duality of the character, by the way. This is why I didn't want to just have your, I didn't want you to just have a hunter rank. I like there being the duality of your weapon or your armor. That way, when you get a chance to upgrade, you have to choose, right? Do I upgrade my armor first or my weapon? For instance, for today, I chose to upgrade my armor first. And both are valid, by the way. So, the monster has a target has a rating of 14. So, I have to beat the monster's shadow is a shadow of 2. My shadow is 2. So 2d6 versus 2. The target number is 2 and higher. There's a 1 in 36 chance that this is a failure. So let's throw it. Thank God. On a strong hit, I get to go first and I gain 1 advantage. So let's go. So let's envision how this looks like. So, we keep ourselves away from the main road. I let Yukiko fall back. They're my handler. They will save me if things go bad. I don't plan to let things get bad. So we take off our backpack. We have our giant hammer, and we take to the bushes and the foliage around us. By the way, yes, it is correct too. Yeah. So we like linger around the bushes. We're lingering around the bushes, just kind of like being, but keeping an eye out. And sooner rather than later, we hear a sound, and jumping down from a tree is our target. It is a Malcidic. It's as large as a wagon, by the way. It is a relatively large fella. It is violet with gray. There's kind of like a gray pattern around its purple. It's violet scales. It has a reptilian face with a frog-like sac in its throat, which it uses to shoot acid. It is a mischievous fella, and to show how mischievous it is, by the way, how's the hunt going? We're going into the second hunt. We made a new armor set. Our armor is better than the monster, but our weapon is not. So we'll have to see how this goes. Little red wagon or station wagon? Station wagon. Think like Oregon Trail wagon. This guy is big. Not as big as a house, but he's big. So to show how mischievous this guy is. When we first see it, it is actually playing with the smaller animal. Basically, like, it's got it cornered like a mouse. Let's actually say that it's like a large marsupial kind of like thing. Let's say like a possum or something, right? And the poor guy is playing dead, and the Malcidic is like basically like moving it around with its claws, and like, you know, like opening its mouth at it to like scare it, and like, you know, keeping it in place. It is playing with its food, and it's very, very, very rude. And seeing that it is distracted, we take this as our chance to get the jump on it. And we do. We jump out of the bushes, and the monster is completely caught unaware. We get to strike first. So, we get to make a hunter move. And honestly, I'm gonna open like I do in monhun. I'm gonna first use an item. I am going to spend my flash bomb right away. The flash bomb lets you gain 1 advantage and make another hunter move. So I'm immediately, I open the fight by, you know, I reach into my hunter belt, I pull out the cylinder that has flashbugs in it, I fling it, I lob it over the monster. It falls right at his feet. The canister breaks and releases all these flashbugs that immediately blind the monster. The monster and the poor little possum, they both have like the little like stars and birds over their heads. And this is my chance now to go really hard on that freaking Malcidic. So, I choose to strike! I envision my approach, and then I gather my dice. So, I am all about strength here. I wield a hammer. I am here to hit really, really, really hard. So, I am going to... Oh my god, Chip says, Maxi, I have something for you in the memes channel. How dare you? Oh my god, no, how... You didn't! You didn't! Oh my god. Chips! Chips, you're so fast! Chips, I present to you all the Harvest Moon Clown, by the Harvest Moon Clown. The cartoon-ass Disney monster, yes. Chips, how dare you? Chips, you're incredible. Clown cow. Chips, you're incredible. This is amazing. You have brightened my day. You have watered my crops. My skin is clear. So, with that cutie patootie on the screen, I now feel more inspired than ever to destroy this monster. So, I'm afraid, Chips says Chips, it was too easy to edit a cow to a clown. Oh my god. So, I can spend stamina to hit harder, and you know I'm gonna hit harder. It appears that, the Malcidic has an iron of 2, so definitely I have a pretty good shot at hitting this guy with iron. So I'm gonna go really, really hard, by the way. So I get 3 dice by default. I'm gonna go really hard. I'm spending 4 stamina. I'm spending 4 stamina to throw 7 dice in one go. I'm going in. I'm going in. And actually, you know what? I'm gonna spend 1 advantage as well to lower the target number, to basically make all of these guys hits. So, guess what? The target number is 1 and up. So, let's go. Oh, I can't believe these are all hits. Maybe I shouldn't be allowed to do this. I don't know. I don't know. You're using the mechanics of the game. So I get 7 hits in. So, here's the way that I'm gonna do this, by the way. So, on a multi-hit, you get to mark 1 progress per hit. You may forego making 1 progress to make another hunter move, so I'm gonna do that already. I wanna go again right after this. Otherwise, the monster strikes. And I'm actually gonna use my my hammer abilities, actually. Because my hammer, I get the ability to consume 1 hit to apply 1 stun token on the monster. So here's what's gonna happen. I have 7. This would be so much easier physically. I could just drag the dice around. So I have 7 hits. I'm spending 1 to go next again. I am spending 3 to stun the monster. and the last 1 to hit it. So there you go. I have placed 3 stun tokens. I put 3 stun tokens on the monster. And what happens is that the next... So this is what happens. At 3 stun tokens, the monster is toppled and you get to make another hunter move before rolling double the number of dice. So I guess I didn't have to do that. Whatever, it's fine. So... Oh my god. Oh my god. When did Nomiya say that? Oh my god. You're the kind of person who drinks their bananas through a tinfoil straw. How dare you? How dare you? So, let's picture what happens, okay? So I jump out of the bush and I just immediately, I do the thing where I charge up my shot, my character's glowing with intense, overpowerful energy, and I just hit that freaking Malcidic right on its chin. I do an upward swing, and we get like the nice anime background where like the impact just happens, and the Malcidic flies back. For anyone wondering about the possum shakes off the stun and runs back into the woods. It is safe now. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yo, what an incredible time to get Nomiya's amazing quote, by the way. So, I do an upward swing, the Malcidic flies back, and this guy, again, he's gone from having stars above its head to having like actual little birdies swimming across. This guy is stunned. I hit him real good. Why do I have multiple quotes about fruit? What can I say? Nomiya's a big fruit enjoyer. Oh, I hate that Dale quote, 426, Metapod goes hard. Actually, honestly, how dare you? You are what you eat? Oh my god. Yo! Did Nomiya just get destroyed in chat? Love you, Nomiya! So, the monster is stunned. I get to make another hunter move. It is time to go really hard, everybody. So, I have spent a lot of stamina, so I don't think I'm gonna spend anymore. So, the monster is down on its... The monster is down. It's writhing on the ground. And I know it's time to go hard, everybody. So, I hold my hammer up, and I'm ready to do the good old, like hammer on anvil kind of look. You know, like, pa-pow, pa-pow, pa-pow kind of thing. The 1, 2, 3 combo. So, I'm gonna swing plus iron. The monster's iron is 2 once again. Oh, crap, I made a mistake. Crap, I made a mistake. I forgot. Oh, crap. I forgot the monster's target number is actually harder for my weapon. Oh, no. I am not gonna rewind the clock that far. I'm just gonna take up this hit. I forgot. I'm so excited I forgot. So, you gather your dice, and then you modify the target number. I forgot that because the monster is higher rating than my weapon, it's harder for me to hit it. I forgot about that. Oh, no. It's okay. It's okay. We're playtesting. So, the monster's target number is usually, for iron, as you can see on the screen, right here, is 2. But because my weapon is lower quality than the monster, I have to roll 3 ups. So, I'm rolling 3 dice. I am rolling 3 ups. 3 and higher is a success. So, let's see. Can I hit the monster while it's down? Ooh, that's not good. That is not good. So, when a monster is stunned, the next time they get hit, God. It's a good thing I'm playtesting this game for the first time, because otherwise I would be a terrible, terrible player. I also forgot that when a monster is stunned, the next time you hit it, you'd roll double the dice. So let me just roll 3 more dice as well. Okay, so well, I went from 1 success to 4 successes. That's better. That's definitely better. So the monster is no longer stunned. So let's envision let's actually figure out what I'm gonna do with these tokens. So, when a multi-hit, I can mark 1 progress per hit. You may forego making 1 progress to make another hunter move, otherwise the monster strikes. I want to stay on the advantage. So I have 4 successes, I'm gonna mark 3 progress, and I'm spending 1 success to go again. LOL, much better, yeah. No M? No M? So no M breaks skateboard and throws phone on the ground. So here's what happens. While the monster is down, I give it the 1, 2, 3 combo. I hit it once with the hammer, another time, and then I bring it super far down and smack the boy again. But by then, this guy has had enough of my nonsense. LOL, hush you, no worries, kitty, I'm just messing with you. When I'm about to land the 3rd hit, the monster catches it in its raptor-like claw and pushes me away. I still have the advantage. The monster has to get up, but I have a chance to go at it again. The monster is ready to come at me though, and it's no longer stunned. So here is how it goes. I am gonna strike again. I'm gonna dash in and just immediately just like clock the monster on the side for sure. So let's just throw again. The target number is 3 ups. The monster is higher quality than my weapon is, so it is harder to hit it with my weapon. So instead of a 2 target number, as you can see here, I have to go for a 3. So 3 dice, 3 ups, go. Yo, 3 hits again. I'm getting very lucky today. 3 hits again. So what do I want to do now? Let's go with this, okay? I am going to once again, I am going to use my hammer ability to turn hits into oh, no worries, kitty, welcome back. I'm gonna use my hammer ability to turn hits into stun tokens. So I'm going to stun the monster again. But I don't get to go next. So the next time I hit the monster, I'll get double dice. So, what happens now? I go in, I clock the monster right on the head, and I can see its eyes rolling back a little bit. The guy is, once again, you know, he's seeing stars, but he is actually swinging at me. I don't have a chance to capitalize on the stun just yet. The monster gets to strike. So, the monster strikes. Where is it? Let's roll on the monster scheme. What is the monster going to do? The monster is going to 12. It's using a wits attack? Or no, it's iron actually. It's coming at me with iron. That is perfectly fair. As you can see on this table over here, this is a table of what the monster is likely to do. Since this monster is mostly fast, it's more likely to use fast attacks, but thankfully I got a 1 in 12 chance that it's fighting me on my own terms. I am the person with iron in this fight. So, what I'm picturing, this MFer is doing the classic Monster Hunter tail swipe. He is swiping with its tail super hard, and honestly, my plan is literally quite simple. I am the unmovable object. I am just gonna I'm just gonna hold my hammer forward and catch it with the flat side of the hammer. That's what I'm gonna do. So, it is my hammer versus the monster. Since I am defending, the target number gets modified. So, you modify if you are, yeah, it is your armor rating versus the monster's rating. Because I have better armor, the target number goes down, which means that the monster's iron drops down to 1. I may have to make it so it can't go below 2, actually. I may have to do that, because it does feel a little bit bad. Make it so target number can't be lower than 2 or higher than 6. Because I do feel like being able to hit the monster for sure doesn't feel super good. It feels a little bit broken. So let's go with that instead. So the target number is 2. It cannot be lower than 2. I'm okay with that. So it is, I get to roll. 3, the target number is 2 ups. I roll 3 dice. Let's go. Throw them. Yo, 2 ups. I get 3 hits. So what happens on a hit? On multi-hit, you would lose 2 stamina, reducing 1 per hit. So because I have 3 hits, I can reduce all of that to 0. And I can spend the last hit to go next. So I'm going to do that. So I'm going to spend all my 3 hits to go next and negate all of that stamina damage. So what does this look like? So the monster is trying to do that classic tail swipe at me. I hold my hammer and I stand steady, and I'm able to... The monster does not, the monster hits me, but I do the anime thing where I'm pushed back while staying perfectly standing still. Hi, Arena.
Welcome back.
Welcome.
It was as a glancing blow. I have not been hurt. My stamina remains the same. And it is now my turn to hit the monster. I have advantage, but I don't feel like I want to use it just yet. So, I've already... Oh, the monster is actually stunned. I forgot about that. So I feel like I just have to go in honestly. So what I'm thinking is that, you know, the monster has spun around. It is facing away from me. what I'm thinking is I'm gonna run up forward and literally bring my hammer into the middle of its back. I feel like that seems like to me like a good hit. Alternatively, hitting them right on the leg of that raptor leg, that feels good to me too. So because they are stunned, I will get to roll double the dice. So it is my iron, my strength. I'm hitting them as hard as I can versus the monster's ability to resist iron, which is at 2. It cannot be lowered more than 2. So we go in like, actually, I lied. My weapon versus the monster's rating. The monster is higher than me. The target number is 3 ups. I will be spending my advantage to make that 2. And now I roll twice as many dice as I normally would because of the stun value. I throw it. So, are these 2 ups? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, I get 5 hits into the monster. So once again, I can mark 1 progress per hit, and I can forego 1 hit to go again. So I think I will do that. I'm going to score 4 hits on the monster. 1, 2, 3, 4. I could repel the monster, but I want those materials, so let's do that. The monster is no longer stunned. So let's picture what happened here. I dashed forward at the monster, and I reeled back. Well, I reeled back my weapon, and I swung it super hard right into the monster's thigh. And again, the monster being stunned, I completely catch them on balance. They completely fall over, tumble around. Maybe I send them back so hard that they crash against a tree. There's like a palm tree, and like their back, like, you know, like they get splayed a little bit for a second, you know? And they fall back down. I still have the advantage. This guy has not gotten to do much, but mostly because I've been rolling very, very well. So I only need 3 more progress and this guy's down. So here's the dealio. I am legit, you know, I don't know if I want, I could burn stamina. I might burn stamina, so let's do this. So I'm gonna clear. I'm gonna burn 2 stamina. I'm gonna go down to 1. I'm gonna hit with iron again. It is my best stat. What am I gonna do? So I swing, I come in with iron. The guy's on the ground. I have a chance to strike. I'm going for the head. I'm sending this guy. Burn that stam, yes. I'm going hard. I am rolling 3 plus 2. I'm rolling 5 dice. I want to put an end to this. Of course, I don't have any advantage, so the target number is 3 ups. So 3 ups to get a hit. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's enough. Let's go. So the target number was 3 ups. I got a 3, a 5, and a 6. That is 3 hits. That is 3 progress. The monster has been downed. So let's picture what that looked like, okay? So again, I just sent the monster. I hit it on its leg. I sent it tumbling around. It hit a palm tree and it fell down. And before it had a chance to get up, I came in, I held my hammer up high, and I brought it down. We do the anime thing again where like the ground, like I hit the monster, the force of the hit goes through the monster to the ground splits up, chunks of stone come out of nowhere, and that monster is... When did I get muted? When did I get muted? Anyways, I'm gonna rewind that whole scene because I don't know when I got muted. So again, chunks of stone, the Malcitic, you know, I hit it super hard. The anime thing happens where the ground splits up. The force of the hammer goes through the monster. The force of the hammer goes through the monster, and chunks of stone spits up out of the ground. And just as I put my weapon away and I turn around because I'm way too cool to look at the monster be defeated, a coconut falls off of the palm and hits the monster right on the head. And the monster's head falls limply down onto the forest floor, and the quest is complete. So, what happens when the monster is defeated? The monster falls. You partake on the ritual of carving the monster. You gain X monster materials on return to town. So, this Malcitic gives me 10 materials of a value of 14. So let's envision Maxi mute like a polymute before when Maxi's muted. I got Sir Blini. Sir Blini's here? Yo, Sir Blini Pog. Okay, so if I had to make a note, this fight felt a little bit easy. Mostly because I got the jump on the monster and I had the stamina to burn at the start. I definitely think that the minimum number should always be 2. That is the lowest you can go. We do need a Bolita emote. You're so right, Dale. Let me write that down. Also, see, what's really funny about me is that the fight started with me blinding the monster. I hit it out of the bushes. I stunned it twice. And I realized we never actually turned on the fighting theme. Because there was never a chance for the monster to, like, really get into fighting mode. I never turned the fighting theme. Alright, Bolita emote. Alright, y'all. Could we get a Lucy emote? We can do a Lucy emote. Anybody else want to get an emote while I'm at it? Anybody else want to get an emote? I mean, cause we have a bunch of like you know, I have emotes through BTTV, so that could happen. Dottie emote. Seku just says yes. Lucy with a gun. Oh, I like that actually. Lucy gun is Lucy with a gun. And Bolita with orange. A K-car emote. Oh my god. K-cars are kind of cute though. Alright, so I need to use the bathroom really quickly. So I'm gonna go use the bathroom really quickly. I'm gonna be right back. For now, please go into the chat and write down potential emotes that I can make, okay? Be right back. Beep boop. Seku! Oh my god, Seku. I don't know why I expected anything else from Seku. Charlie says they will draw it? Oh my god. Yo, honestly, listen. Recommending me emotes is one thing, but like recommending me emotes and then offering to draw them, like, yeah, okay. All I'm saying is that, like, if you draw me an emote, that is, like, guaranteed to go on the list, by the way. Babe, I need an emote. Okay, what do you want your emote to be? What do you want your emote to be? You gotta have an idea. I don't know, says Kitty. Well, you gotta figure something out. Bunnies? Bunnies? Sleepy Kitty? Ooh, Sleepy Kitty is good, actually. Oh, I can draw Lucy gun for sure. I mean, like, honestly, no, Mia, just send me Lucy's art and then I'll Photoshop a gun on top of it. I'll Photoshop the hand with the gun. An emote of me saying Germ Lerman. Germ Lerman is actually the secret villain of this game, by the way. Maxi knows why I'm busy, Limao. Oh, I know. I know why you're busy. Well, mostly because Nomi is getting their hair done today, I think. Alright, so what happens next? So immediately, by the way, I'm thinking, notes for the revision. Make number of materials random. I don't know how random they should be. Oh my god. I am getting my hair done. You got it. I am. I'm so excited. I hope I get pics. I hope I get pics. I'm probably not gonna get pics. Is Jern Lerman in Rice? Oh my god. I'm back, says Lord Peace. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Alright, so. No worries, DB. Thank you. I'm happy you're excited. Thank you for joining us today. Have a lovely rest of your day.
Bye-bye. So long, Bowser.
You get a pick. Oh yeah, don't worry. Hell yeah. No, Mrs. You'll get a pick. You'll get a pick, Doctor Who. Doctor Whom? I'm sorry. I'm cursed. The secret club can have picks. Let's go. So here's what I'm thinking, by the way. Oh my god. No. No. There we go. There we go. Okay. So I want to make a new hammer, by the way. I want to make a hammer out of our freaking clown materials, by the way. So let's gray this out. And gray you out. I said gray you out. I said gray you out. There we go. Because we're going to forge a new hammer. Now, my question is, I'm thinking, the average number of... Let's do a little, like, game designing live on the stream, okay? So, the number of rewards that are currently that I'm currently planning for is that if you repel the monsters, you get the least amount of... Oh, hi, Timber!
Welcome back.
Welcome, welcome.
I think you've been here for a while, actually, but nonetheless, here's the welcomes. How's the playtest going, by the way? It's going well. There's definitely numbers that need to be fidgeted for sure. Like, I have a list of rules that need to be changed. But it's going well, I think. Repelling the monster. So when you repel the monster, I want you to be able to gain, at the very least, enough things to make one armor set. So that should be 4 on average. When you capture, you should gain capture. You should gain, like, 50% more than you would this way. And when you kill the monster, you should gain a bunch of materials. It should be an average 10. So I'm thinking, I want it to be dice rolling, right? I want it to be dice rolling. Nomia says, for all the wider audience, no, for all the wider audience knows, I'm simply getting an unnoticeable tiny trim on my minty green hair. It's true. Yeah. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't stress out. Don't worry your pretty little head over it. So I'm thinking, maybe what I can do is that for the carving, you roll on a table that is kind of weighted, right? And it's gonna be like gain 1 reward, gain 2 rewards, gain 1 reward, 2 rewards, maybe like that. I don't know. Maybe? I have to like really think about it. I have to really think about it. Because I don't want people to like, I killed a monster and I only got 2 parts. That feels kind of messed up. But there should be randomness in this game. I do expect that you're gonna have, like, you know, repeated fights with the monsters. That is part of the system. It is expected that you will fight the monster multiple times. So what, is it like 1d4, like 2d4? Because on a 2d4, you either get 2 parts, 3 parts, 4 parts, 5 parts, 6 parts, 7 parts, or 8 parts. Mew and Angelo doesn't drop the orb. Yeah, honestly, yeah. It's so true, though. So this is a 1 in 8 chance. This is a 1 in 8 chance. The Night Yorb? The Night Yorb? Yo. But pondering my Yorb? They see me Yorbin? They hatin'? They up all night because they know I'm I'm up all night to get Yorb? I'm up all night to get Yorbin? Huh. I gotta look at the math of this, okay? Pondering the Yorb night. Alright. By the way, you can see me trying to figure out what the monster should look like, by the way, the table. So here's like your very own Kuluyaku mode that you can have if you want to fight Kuluyaku, by the way. You can fight your very own sad boy. So a part of me is like, oh no, this monster was easy to beat. Yeah, it's in the same rank as like Kuluyaku, so like I'm not particularly worried. It's just a Kuluyaku. Oh yeah, Nomiya says I keep doing this thing in monhun where the first time I fight a monster, I get the rarest drop, then I never get that drop again. Yeah, that's life. Get grinding. I'm tired of this, Grandpa. Too bad. You keep hunting. I like Kulu. He have egg. He does have egg. All right, y'all. It is time to craft a weapon, by the way. So, I am gonna craft a brand new hammer. Let me go find a better picture of a hammer. The next variety of hammer is green. Let's actually go. So, the rodeo clown. So we have decided mischievous. That is not how you spell mischievous. Not at all. Elemental affinity. It's actually an acid weapon. Let's go. Oh my god, guys, we got an acid weapon. Let's actually go. Because we fought Melcitic, the weapon shares the monster's affinity. So since it's an acidic weapon, it's a big red barrel and a stick. I kind of like that. Oh my god. Yeah, no, it's like a rainbow barrel. It's got like stripes of like what, like it's got stripes of like purple, gray, and like yellow and red. And now I can't believe Maxima is on acid. Oh my god, how dare you? So, in order to craft a new piece of equipment, you have to spend 4 monster materials of the same of a quality. The lowest quality becomes the base quality of the weapon. So this is now a 14-star, 14 rating weapon, the Rodeo Clown. The Rodeo Clown Master Hammer. The Rodeo Clown Clowning Time Hammer. Do me a favor and Google Rodeo Clown Barrel. Rodeo Clown Barrel. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh my god. Wait, hold up, y'all. I know what this is what the weapon looks like, by the way. The weapon is a barrel with like a clown on top of it. This is what a weapon looks like. The weapon just looks like, it looks like a barrel with a man poking out of it. It looks like the man from Getting Over It. There you go. Yeah, thank you, Nomiya. I appreciate it. This is the idea now. Oh my god. They do little tricks inside of it. Oh my god. I went silent in this chat for like 10 minutes earlier because I fell down a rabbit hole of looking at the lore behind the clown barrel. Oh my god. Me popping out of lurk to make a goof. Oh my god, yes. I love that. The Rodeo Clown Clowning Time Hammer. Free Halloween custom idea, yes. So, I would like to upgrade this hammer. I might add like a upgrade limit so that you don't endlessly upgrade the same weapon, but nonetheless. So, in order to upgrade a weapon, you spend a monster material and you roll a d4. Yo, +4 to that. Let's go. 8. Let's say you can upgrade a piece of equipment 4 times. How about that? And I'm gonna literally upgrade it 4 times. So let's go. Throw it again, which means that we're gonna go through 3 more. So it's gonna be 2. That's a 2. It goes up to 20. We get 2 more upgrades. A 24. Let's go. And 1 more. 25. That is not a good rating. We might get destroyed by the next monster. We'll see. So we have the Rodeo Clown Clowning Time Hammer. It looks like a barrel with a guy poking out of it. And he has the acid element. Typing time to make another ugly website for learning. May the lords help me. Oh my god. I believe in you, Ronnie. You got this. Alright, so we're wearing a crop top with a boob window and shoulder pads with horns in it. And a hammer that looks like a clown poking out of a barrel. This is peak Monster Hunter. Oh my god, Ronnie, I'm so sorry. And we have 2 pieces left over. Let's go. We have 2 Malcidic pieces left over. Perfect, magnifique. They made me do a red and green website. Do they not know? Do they not know about color theory? Do they not know about how the colors are supposed to work? Have they... Like watermelon enjoyers be like, yo, this is giving me watermelon vibes, you know? Ever consider just making your whole vibe red and green? What is this, Christmas? Ah, Portugal's flag. That makes sense. That makes sense. All right, so we have 60 minutes remaining, and I want to get completely destroyed by the next monster. So let's just literally rush fighting the next monster, okay? So, the final monster in today's playtest is the one and only, the hardest monster yet. It is the Spiked Groomba. Dun dun dun. The Spiked Groomba. It is. The Spiked Groomba is a large monster. It's the size of a house. It is large in size. The species is the Winged Menaces. The Winged Menace is they're monsters that are basically like the wyverns of Monster Hunter World. They have 2 legs and large windows that allow them to fly around and basically dominate the skies. They are very draconic in nature. And this particular guy, its personality is stealthy. This guy likes to sneak up on its prey and kill them real good. Its color scheme is blue and black, by the way. So it's got like a blue body. I'm picturing like a really like dark blue, almost like really really vibrant. Okay, I'm picturing like bright blue scales / feathers, and like I'm picturing like almost like an owl's cloak, maybe. A sneaky little guy. He's not little. He's huge. He has no elemental affinity, but he is weak to thunder, and his monster rank is 20 plus d6. So, let's see. Clear. How strong is this guy? 22. So, our armor is not as good, but our weapon is actually good enough to go against this monster. Let's go. It always comes back to Dango Duo. It always comes back to Dango Duo, for sure. So, I'm gonna skip ahead, because we have literally 14 minutes to fight this guy, so it's literally just like... So I'm gonna go eat at the canteen real quick. What is my meal for today, please? It is a D10, I believe. The meal, ooh, that's spin. Temporary +1 to heart. I'll take that. So my heart goes up by 1 for this quest. And we set out on the quest. I have the same items: flash bomb, well done steak. I have my new hammer and my new armor. Let's actually go. So let's say the quest has been, because this guy has been terrorizing a local little area where our animals graze. I'm gonna go out there and attempt to get the jump on this monster. I'm going fast, by the way. So, sneak up on the monster. Roll up against the monster's shadow, and on a hit you go first. On a multi-hit you get first and advantage. Damn it, Ronnie. Yo, 2 hearts, let's go. So the monster's shadow is 4? I have to get 4 ups on this roll? Oh no. And am I sneaky? So I rolled 2 dice. Oh, my stamina goes back to 5, by the way. So I rolled 2 dice. I have to get 4 ups to go against the monster. So let's go. No, this is a miss through and through. So the monster, honestly, it makes sense. This monster is very sneaky, so there's no chance I would sneak up on it. So let's envision that I'm like, you know, it's a nice clearing where the animals graze. That's the kind of sentence that confuses me so much. It wakes you up at 5:30 in the morning. How dare you? Anyway, so anybody else out there drinking their bananas out of a tinfoil straw? So, as I am sneaking around looking for the monster, I hear the tree above me move around, and I look up to see a large bird-like griffin-looking motherfucker covered in black-blue feathery scales. And it looks at me with its bird-like beak, and it just like shrieks at me. And combat begins. The monster is going first. The monster strikes. So let's see what the monster's scheme is. So the monster is gonna attack using. That is a 6. The monster is gonna attack using wits. So wits, it's all about. Was that wits? No, that's actually iron. The monster's gonna attack using iron. So iron is all about brute force and strength. So I'm picturing that the monster is legitimately just like gonna swipe at me with the claw end of its wing. Literally just try to just swoop me and just like put me right up in its beak. Charlie says combat beginning when the enemy shrieks at you. Just another day working customer service, am I right? Oh my god, how dare you. Tinfoil is in my blood. You know, you know, it tries to swipe at me, so I must defend. The target number for iron is 4? Jesus, this guy is strong. So clear. So the target number is 4 ups. My armor, oh no, my armor is weaker than the monster actually, so it is a 5 up to not get destroyed in this fight. So, 5 ups, and I roll 3 dice, so let's go. I am rolling 3 dice, 5 ups. The target number is 5 ups. Once again, let's go. Ooh, 2 successes, let's go. A 5 and a 6. So, on a multi-hit, you lose 2 stamina, reduce 1 per hit. You may also forgo 1 to make a hunter move, otherwise the monster strikes. So, I got 2 hits, I'm gonna reduce the stamina loss by 1, and I'm gonna go next. So what happens is that the monster clips me. Let's do the anime thing where like, it slashes at me, and it draws a line across my cheek. And, you know, it definitely bleeds, and I've lost my balance, but I'm ready to strike now. And now, oh, you know what? Let me actually put on the actual monster battle theme, by the way. There we go. It's time to fight. So, I'm gonna need all the advantage I can get, so I'm actually gonna go with advantage early. So, envision how you attempt to gain the advantage against the monster, your approach versus the monster. So, here's what I'm thinking. The monster is currently perched on this tree. I'm bringing this motherfucking tree down. So I pick up my hammer, I hold it back, and then I swing with all the strength I've got at that tree to topple it down, and bring the monster down with it. And I figure the monster gets caught in all those leaves and branches and like the trunk, I might have enough time to really hit it hard. So I am going iron against the monster's. No, it's iron against the monster's iron. Basically, my ability to knock down the tree against the monster's ability to remain stationary. So, iron versus iron. I roll 3 dice versus the monster. Versus the monster's 4. Now, my weapon is higher quality than the monster. The monster is a rating of 22. My weapon is a rating of 25, so I get the target number goes down by 1. So it is 3 ups to hit the monster. It is 3 ups to hit the monster. 3 ups to hit the monster. Am I gonna burn stamina? I might burn stamina on this, actually. I'm gonna burn 1 stamina to roll 1 extra die. So let's go. 3 ups to knock that tree down. Excuse me? Excuse me? Guys. That is a 1 times 6 times 6 times 6, by the way. Could someone do the math for that, by the way? 1 times 6, no, actually 6 times 6 times 6 times 6. So 6 to the power of 4. What is 6 to the power of 4? Also, I don't know why I changed transition somehow. 6 to the 4th power. Y'all, that is a 1 in 1,296 chance, by the way. That is a 1. This is as likely. This is more likely. This is least likely than getting a freaking shiny Pokemon, by the way. Oh my god, Charlie. You keep about to come in with the lasso. You're not even wrong. Holy crap. So, on a miss, fail or miss by circumstances, the monster strikes. So in this case, I wasted a bunch of resources. Really, really bad, and the monster gets to go now. So, let's picture what happens, okay? I think I hit really hard, and the tree does in fact come out, but I feel like Max, you get that shiny roll. I did. I hit the tree, and the tree does in fact topple down, but I failed to remember that this monster is quite agile and capable of flight. So it literally jumps off of the tree as it's coming down and glides down towards me, and it has the upper hand. I'm on the ground like a tiny little mouse in a field, and this hawk is coming down on me. So the monster strikes. Wait, was I trying to make an advantage, actually? I was trying to make an advantage, that's right. It's fine, because on a miss... Oh, okay, on a miss you failed, lose 1 stamina, the monster strikes. Okay, yeah, you know what? That's perfectly fair, too. You get comically pulled off this stage by a long cane. Let's see. So the monster strikes. So, let's roll the monster scheme. The monster is coming at me with a 6. Once again, it's coming at me with iron. It is its best... It is literally its best stat, by the way. So, I'm picturing the monster is literally coming, like, swooping down and, like, swiping with its talons. Oh my god, Nomia. So it is my strength against the monster's strength. So let's go. Can I withstand this hit? My armor is weaker than the monster's rarity. So it's 5 ups. I have to roll 5 and higher to withstand this hit. So let's see. I am gonna throw it. Let's go. 5 and higher? Oh my god. Oh my actual god. So on a multi-hit, you lose 2 stamina, reduced by 1 per hit. Oh my actual god, this is amazing. We're going back and forth. Okay, I can negate all the damage. I'm negating all the damage and going next. So, how does this look like? I legitimately think that I want to see this because it's iron. You know, it's not speed versus speed. It is the monster's brute force versus the immovable object, which is me. So the monster actually swipes at me, but the claws only catch my armor. And since it swooped so low, it is now literally on the ground, and it gives me a chance to strike. So let's literally actually go. I want to make that advantage. I want to be able to lower the target number of the monster, because this monster is literally countering me really hard with this target number. So let's roll 3 again. 3 dice. How am I going to get an advantage? The monster's talons are literally so close to me. I'm going to hit it right on it. I'm going to bring down my hammer right on that talon, hoping to wound the talon so that the monster has a harder time getting me with those. So my iron versus the monster's iron. My weapon is stronger, so 3 ups is the target number. I roll 3 dice. Let's go. 3 ups. 2 hits. So on a hit, I get 1 advantage. No, I get an advantage per hit, and I may forego 1 advantage to make the monster to make another move. I am gonna gain 1 advantage and keep on the initiative. So here's what happens. I bring the hammer down on the monster's talon, and I catch it. I catch that little SOB. I bring it hard down hard on the monster. The monster shrieks. The monster lets out this painful shriek that just like I can hear it inside of my skull because it's ringing so loudly. And I have a chance. And I'm not letting go of it. I'm going for my classic. I'm gonna throw my flash bomb to gain 1 advantage and then make another hunter move. So once again, let's envision what this looks like. you know, I reach into my hunter's belt, I throw my flashbang, the canister cracks open, releasing flashbugs that blinds the monster and gives me a chance to strike. So, I need to stun this monster. I have hammer mechanics. I can stun this monster and get a lot of hits in, so let's do this. So, I'm going in. I'm clearing this up. I am rolling 3 dice. The monster is temporarily blinded. I come in and I'm gonna hit it right in its center of mass with the hammer. Really, really, really hard. So, the monster's target number is 3 because my weapon is stronger than the monster's value. So, 3 ups to hit. Am I gonna burn stamina? I have to burn stamina. I have to burn stamina. So, I am striking the monster. I am rolling 5 dice. The target number is 3 ups. You know what? I am burning 1 advantage to make that target number 2 ups. You cannot be lower than 2 ups. So, 2 and up. Let's go. And you give me a 1. God damn it. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 hits. So, when you hit the monster, you can mark 1 progress per hit, and you can forego 1 hit to go next again. I can also forego hits to stun the monster as a hammer user. So here's what's going to happen. I am going to forego 3 strikes to stun the monster. And I'm going to go again. And I know, you may be thinking, Max, what are you doing? I know what I'm doing, okay? So, the monster is stunned. So let's picture what this looks like, okay? So, I hit the monster right in the center of mass. And that sends the monster rolling back. And the monster hits its bird-like head right on the back of a tree. And again, we get a nice little, like, you know, spinning, dizzy little, like, birds and stars above its head. And having 1 opportunity to get ready, I'm actually gonna eat my well-done steak for the first time in this quest. This gives the monster a turn, but again, the monster is stunned. I have a chance to go really hard. I gain 5 stamina. I go up to 6, okay? I would never question you, Maxie. Aw, that's gay. That's gay. Also, you question me all the time, you punk. So, it is the monster's time to strike. So, let's see what the monster's scheme is. The monster is gonna come at me with, please don't be iron again. 8 wits. No, yes, it is wits. Name 1 time I have been contrarian to you. I mean, like, right now. So the monster's coming at us with wits. Wits means that the monster is trying to outsmart us. The monster is trying to do something fancy, something smart to get the upper hand on us. Shadow is usually like flanking and being sneaky. Wits in this scenario is using the environment. So, how is the monster trying to use the environment? Here's what I'm thinking. The monster is flapping its wings. It can't see, okay? It's a little bit stunned. It had a bad time. It's flapping its wings rapidly to make us lose our footing and fall down. I think that's what it's trying to do. So, it is the monster's wits versus our wits. Can we outsmart this monster's trick? So, my wits is 1. Oh no, I am not very smart. So, I don't want to fail this. So, I'm gonna let's spend 2 stamina. I'm gonna spend 2 stamina to roll 3 dice. And the target number is my wits versus the monster's wits, which is 3. I'm not gonna spend my advantage. I have to go next so that I can spend that stun. So, 3 dice, the target number is 3 ups. So let's see it for 3 ups. Ah! Ah! Okay, so here's what happens. I only got a single hit. So I can choose one of 2 options. I can lose 3 stamina and then make a hunter move, or lose 1 stamina and then the monster strikes again. This time, I am absolutely taking the 3 hits. Hit me for 3, USOB. So, as I try to lower my body to stand my ground. The flapping is just so strong that it sends me like rolling backwards. I am able to do the anime thing where like I land on my feet and like I skid along the ground a little bit, looking awesome, and I have a chance to strike, and it's time to go. It's time to actually go. Oh my god. Oh my god. So, I also, you know, I just come up with a rule, actually. Let me just write this down real quickly. When stam at 0, monster goes again. That's what it is. There you go. Anyways, so I have a chance. The monster has stopped flapping. I'm gonna dash through and use the fact that it is stunned to roll twice as many dice as part of being a hammer user. So I'm going with iron. I am rolling 3 dice. What is the monster's heart? The monster's heart is 3. No, it's fine. So I'm rolling 6 dice because I am a hammer user and the monster is stunned. And my weapon is higher rank than the monster, so the target number goes down by 1 step, so it goes from 4 to 3. I'm gonna spend my 1 advantage to lower the target number to the bottom of 2. So I have to roll 2 ups. Let's actually go. So 2 ups, no 1s. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's actually 6. I can't count. Max seats time. I'm busy fighting monsters. The stream ends when I kill this monster, or when it kills me. So I get 6 hits. Now, when you strike, mark 1 progress per hit, and you can forego 1 to go again. I am gonna mark 5. You know what? Actually, you know what? I'm gonna mark 6. I'm gonna mark 6, and I'm actually gonna take the repel monster option. This fight got really spicy right off the bat, so I'm gonna choose to end the quest via a repel the monster. So let's envision what happens first, okay? So seeing my chance, I run up to the monster, I jump up on my feet, and I swing the hammer right at its face, like down right between the eyebrows. Does this guy have eyebrows? Don't worry about it. And I hit it real hard. The guy comes crashing down, and as soon as it has the chance to get up on its feet, it swoops it flaps its wings to push me away, and then it shoots up into the sky and flies away. I allow the monster to retreat. The monster is wounded. It's going home to lick its wounds. For now, the monster has been repelled. It won't be a trouble here for a while. You may choose to send the monster back to its nest, licking its wounds at the cost of a reduced reward. Nomia says, kitty gazing wistfully out the window. When will Maxi return from the monhun? How dare you? How dare you? How dare you? I'm almost done. I'm almost done. So I have repelled the monster. Repelling the monster only gives you 3 rewards. So I will give myself Spiked Groomba, which is a terrible name. I don't know why nobody made fun of me for that. 3 parts of a value of it is 22. There we go. Not enough to make a piece of armor, but honestly, a hard-won fight. And let me actually really quickly play this other song instead. I did it. There's definitely finagling that needs to happen with the rules. There's some numbers that I'm not happy with at all. But honestly, for now, not too bad. Not too bad. There's it has the gameplay loop. This is really, really early on, but the gameplay loop is there for sure. And again, the monster creation is gonna allow for like ridiculous monsters, which I'm really, really excited for. Being happy with numbers couldn't be me. Oh my god. I was able to repel the monster, which I'm very, very happy of. And you know, we made 2 pieces of armor. We made armor stuffs. And again, like, you know, I am planning and thinking, you know, of making a lot more customizability. I get back and you're still playing? I was fighting the monster! Maxi run. Oh no, it's time for me to go. Hey everybody, thank you for coming in today to my stream. I want to thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you for making me a part of your day. I want to remind you, by the way, that if you enjoy the stream, please consider supporting me on coffee.com/Mr. Kirin. Our current goal, it's not up yet, but it's gonna go towards setting up a sticker shop. So if you want a sticker shop, please consider supporting us. Maxi stickers and meme stickers coming at you relatively quickly. Also, Become a YouTube member to get access to cool emotes like the ones people are showing off in the chat right now. Please do go ahead and spam some emotes, please. I'll start. Boop. There we go. There we go. Also, by the way, I have many books, and you can buy them and read them and play them. I have a bunch of games. Oh, thank you, Joestar. Thank you. I had recently released One Page Left, and it's a lovely one-page role-playing game you can play over and over and over again, especially in a spooky night. And of course, before you go, please leave a like on the stream, and if you haven't already, subscribe. And if this was a fun show and you think someone else should watch it, please consider sharing the stream with a friend. If you want a 6 confirmed rat kills, donate to Maxi's Coffee. It's very, very true. The first sticker I make will be 6 confirmed rat kills. That is a promise right there. A promise I will never break. Yeah, share the stream with your mom. Share the stream with your monster. Share the stream with your Pokemon. Just share the stream in general. Follow me on the socials. You know what to do. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for partaking in this weird, bizarre playtest. This is only the beginning of my monster hunting role-playing game, and I hope you all tag along to experience more of it. No other friend that I know is streaming today, so I don't know. Why not catch some VODs? Catch yesterday's VOD. Catch yesterday's VOD and learn the origins of Jern Lerman, the most powerful man in the whole world, Jern Lerman. But once again, I love you all. Thank you so much for making me a part of your day. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Yeah, share the stream with your interdimensional bird-like creature. Yeah. But for now, take care, friendos. I love you all. Lots of kisses. Take care. Goodbye.
Okay, that's all the time I've got. I gotta get back to playing Animal Crossing New Leaf on my Nintendo 3DS.
Congratulations, you have unlocked the Are We the Monsters ending. The true answer is that in the world of my role-playing game, everyone is the monster. But nobody is more of a monster than capitalism. Good night, everybody!